Hi. You see, I want to welcome you to this very special and highly anticipated live reveal party, so to speak, for something called the 10-minute Copybot Workday, which is being brought to you by PeteBot AI. And I know it sounds a little crazy. What is that? Well, let's discuss. Before we start the fun, though, do me a favor. I just want to double check this. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you can see the screen and hear my voice. Oh, fantastic. It was ones across the board. Everybody was able to hear me. Great. All right. So you should be seeing a slide right now that says the amazing new AI clone of a real $1 million marketer used by a man with one arm to get $1,000 to $18,340.09 checks. It's very specific from local businesses, whenever he needs more cash. But here's the key, all while on painkillers and clicking copy and paste in his underwear for less than 10 minutes a day. That sounds wild and crazy, right? And yet it's all 100% true. And I can attest to this because Peter, who you'll find out is the person in just a moment, who was in that dire situation, actually called me and my girlfriend when we were at the Big E in Springfield, Massachusetts, trying to enjoy ourselves. And then we get a call from Peter, our buddy, in the hospital, explaining what happened to him. It is true. You'll hear his full story in just a few minutes when I bring in Peter, our special guest. So we have lots of ones coming in, as I said. Yes, 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 yes. We are all set. All right. Thank you. I see many people are still piling in. Let's get an idea of how far and wide this training is. Do we have anybody from Australia? Cindy. Okay. And we have Raphael from Canada. Very good. I'm in the Green Mountains in Vermont. We have rain and snow in the forecast. Oh my God, you're still piling in. Fantastic. All right, let's get started. So, since you've been waiting so patiently, let me tell you about the headline that you see on your screen. It says, "What is this new 10-minute Copybot Workday business model all about? Why was it almost banned so we almost couldn't talk about it today? Who is the highest paid marketer in all time? Who's been turned into an AI clone that sits at the heart of this exciting new AI business model?" It's not Peter, by the way, even though this is PeteBot AI. What do we mean it's being used by a man with one arm? How is he using this powerful AI tool to get $1,000 checks from hundreds of local businesses every month? And what do we mean when we say he's on painkillers, clicking copy and paste in his PJs for less than 10 minutes per day without any of the usual things people think they need to be successful online? Yes, sounds wild. And so to answer these questions, I'm going to go in and I'm going to switch this over to Peter Beattie in just a sec. Now, I've known him since 2010, almost 15 years now. We basically met because of the connection of me doing voiceover work. And he was already working with local businesses, getting checks from local businesses. He was already an expert, and he hired me to do the voiceovers for them. Peter recently stumbled upon this unique new AI business model, and it became dire that he use it. And he's going to tell us all about that and answer all of your pressing questions that are filling up in the chat right now, as well as tell you how you could get in on this too with the launch of what we're calling the 10-minute AI workday system at the end of this training. Now I'm going to go and see if our special guest has joined us yet. Peter, are you there?
He's not on just yet, Todd.
Peter is not on just yet.
He's got a situation that he's trying to take care of before we start, and it's taken him a little bit longer than he expected.
Okay, very good. Well, let me get the webinar out. Let me pull it out because this is exciting stuff and we don't want to miss it. All right, can everybody see my screen? Please answer in the question and answer box. Thank you for your patience. Yes? Okay, so here we go. Now, we've gone over exactly what the mystery is, but I have to warn you, this is not one of those fluff-filled webinars that you could zone out to. All right? So, I want you to get something to take notes with. Be fully present and involved in the chat. Whenever you have a question, please feel free to ask that question. Get to a place where you could focus, close down all distractions, and tell those around you not to bother you for the next hour or so, because this is different than anything you've ever seen. You know, this all got Peter's attention because we saw that a guy using ChatGPT to turn $100 into a business, making as much money as possible. It just caught his attention, the whole idea of ChatGPT. And Peter said, you know, he's ready to finally get his piece of that multi-billion-dollar AI pie. But Peter had a very, very big problem. He got into that biking accident that I told you about. And this happened simultaneously to him actually researching and trying to model some way, somehow, ChatGPT to become the best copywriter on earth. Now, this is actually true. Peter himself was in a mountain biking accident. These are real pictures. You can see poor Peter lost much of the mobility that he had. He was unable to function hardly at all for many, many days. He got a concussion. He went to the hospital. I told you how he called me and said that he was out of pocket for quite some time. And he had a really big problem in that he wasn't able to attend to his business any longer. However, remember how I said he was working on getting the best possible AI from ChatGPT in order to be able to just create this amazing system where he would clone his brain, which had been molded by someone else many, many years before that. And then he would utilize that without needing at all to be present to do the work, because he only had one arm. He couldn't copyright. He's a master copywriter and marketer, but he couldn't do it. He was recovering and he only had one arm, and he needed something that he could just do a little copy and paste and boom, that would be it. Now, the crux of his business is to be able to contact local businesses and sell to them and get checks from them. And he was able to get easy $1,000 payments time and time again, utilizing this system, which only required a quick copy and paste. You're seeing some of those right here. There were bigger payments as well. Now, not all the payments came from just checks. The bigger ones came from wire transfers. And that's what you're looking at. Just like this one, $18,340.09. And that's how the 10-minute Copybot workday was born. Basically, what he did, he wanted to infuse with his previous system. And he wanted to make it available to everybody else as well. And it's so simple to do because he basically has taken ChatGPT and he's molded it so that all you need to do is understand simple instructions on this training, focus for at least 10 minutes per day and have at least one arm, obviously, to click a mouse, just like Peter had just one arm to pick a mouse, to click the mouse. With this system, you won't need to learn complicated tech. You won't need to build funnels or websites. You'll learn how to run paid ads. You don't need to do that, right? That's a burden. This is way simpler than that. You don't need to build an audience. You don't need a list of leads. You won't have to create or sell your own products. You won't have to learn how to sell or do any of the copywriting stuff that goes along with this. You won't have to meet up with those clients to get the $1,000 checks. And you don't have to build a team or manage other people.
Todd, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm in that.
Hey, Peter, welcome.
Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I had some technical issues on this end.
I'm going to switch my screen over to you and you can tell your own story on how simple the 10-minute Copybot is.
All right, guys. Can I share the screen on my end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you grab it?
Yep. All right. Let's see here. You're going to make me presenter. Let's see. Make myself presenter. Share the screen. One second here, guys. I'm on an ultra wide monitor, so you got to like manually select a rectangle. There we go. All right. Do you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. And it looks like you started with the intro there, so I'll just want me to pick up where you left off.
Yeah. Why don't you just personally though explain your accident, because I can't possibly.
Yes. Thanks for,
you know.
Yeah. Thanks for taking that, Todd. So guys, apologies for being late to this one. So what happened? All right. You have a crazy statement on your screen right now. So let me explain. The amazing new AI clone of a real $1 million marketer used by a man with one arm to get $1,000 to $18,340.09 checks from local businesses whenever he needs more cash, all while on painkillers, clicking copy and paste in his underwear for less than 10 minutes per day. Yes, it's real. Yes, it sounds absolutely insane. Let me explain. But before we get started, I just want to say this is not one of those fluff-filled webinars that you can really zone out to. I'm going to cover a lot of stuff on this training. This is probably the equivalent to a course that you're going to see here on this free training. I'm going to talk really, really fast. So try to take notes, be fully present in the chat, and also get to a place where you can focus and take notes. Close down any distractions, email, Facebook, tell everyone around you not to bother you for the next hour or so, because this is truly different. I know you've heard about people making money with tools like ChatGPT, AI, and if you haven't made money with any of those tools yet, and you're wondering when are those AI dollars going to materialize in my bank account, and you're saying I'm ready, well, I'm telling you this is the place to be, because I'm going to show you and explain to you how I went from getting into a serious mountain biking accident about 3 months ago, almost to the day here, that almost killed me. I was like thrown over my bike, had gear on, but I was knocked unconscious. Ended up having multiple broken bones and a severe complex elbow fracture that required surgery. I was on painkillers, and I could only use one arm to run my business. And I was still able to use this AI app that I'm going to show you here. Well, it's more than an AI app. It's essentially an AI clone of myself to pull in simple and easy $1,000 payments like this, but also sometimes bigger payments in the form of what you see on your screen. You know, 1,682, 1,874, 5,240. I'm not going to read them all because you guys are waiting for me, so I'm trying to respect your time here. But you can see the numbers on your screen. And of course, the biggest payment there, $18,340.09. There's a reason why those numbers are so odd, and I will explain on today's training. So what I've done is I have been receiving these payments while doing nothing more than literally sitting at my computer and clicking copy and paste for about 10 minutes per day. I'm going to do it for you live here soon, so you're going to see me doing this. I know that's a bold statement, so just hang around and you'll see me doing this right in front of you, okay? And yeah, despite being like laid up in bed for a while, I was still able to click on my laptop with this. I didn't have to get out of bed to do this business. So if you can understand the simple instructions on this training, if you can focus for at least 10 minutes per day, if you have at least one arm to click your mouse, you finally can start seeing those AI dollars materialize in your bank account. And I personally know, and I've seen it happen for people before I even started using AI. I've seen it happen as soon as the next day. Now, I'm not promising that will happen for you. I'm not saying that, but this business is pretty simple and you can start earning pretty quickly. And like Todd was saying, this is kind of where he left off. You're not going to need to learn complicated tech, learn how to run paid ads, build an audience. You're not going to have to create or sell your own products. You're not going to have to learn how to sell or do any copywriting. And you're not going to have to meet up with any clients in person. And you won't need to build a team, manage people, any of that stuff that can come with a lot of headaches. So I know this is a bold statement, but if you can't make money with what I'm going to show you here today, I honestly recommend keeping your day job. That's just me being honest. I have been doing online stuff for 15 years, or this business for 15 years and many other things. And I know that it does not get any easier than what you are going to see today. So it can be even easier because you're on this training. So you're going to get a chance to win a free copy of the PeteBot AI software that powers this new business. You're also going to get the chance. One person will get the chance, or you'll all get the chance, but one person will win a trip to Portland, Maine with me, where you can sit down at a coffee shop, a Starbucks, and we can chat for a few hours, and I'll personally help you launch your AI Copybot agency and get it on the path to 6 to 7 figures. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to meet in person, we can do it over Zoom, or I can just give you the whole product here that we're going to show you today for free. So 2 people will be winning prizes on today's training. And of course, for everyone else, you're going to get a big discount if you jump into PeteBot today during this webinar. Okay, I'm going to share my best stuff with you today, but I really want something from you in return, and it's very simple. I just want you to take action on what you learn here today. So it takes a lot of effort to put together a system like this that doesn't just work for me, but works for other people. And to know that it works so well and teaching it to other people and then seeing them not actually use it, it hurts me a little bit. So I promise to share my best stuff with you today, but can you just promise me in the chat that you will implement what you learn here today? That's all I want to hear, and that will kind of motivate me to share my best stuff with you. I just want to know that you're going to use what you're going to learn here today. Very simple. Can you just let me know in the chat as I expand my questions box here? Okay, yes, I will. Crazy stuff. Awesome. I promise. Deal. Yes, Peter, will do. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, quick backstory on how today came to be. That's me, Peter Beattie, with my wife, our son, Max. He's 2.5. I'm currently 40 years old. I used to work in construction years ago. That's kind of how I got out of high school and started working in the construction industry. Eventually got into architecture and things like that. But I lost my job during the financial crisis of 2008, 2009. And that's when I was forced to figure out how to start making money online. And I wanted to be my own boss. I lost that job. And instead of trying to go get another one, I had this dream of making money online. And this is where I actually used to live. This is a place called Buxton Mini Mart. It's a convenience store. And I used to live in that apartment. You can see the window over there. That was our apartment window out into the parking lot. And yeah, I remember those days. That's where I got started, man. So Buxton Mini Mart, the old house, and that's me back then, trying to figure this stuff out, stressed out all the time, and just honestly feeling like a failure because, I wanted to be able to replace my day job income. I thought I knew what I was doing, but apparently I didn't. And everything I tried just didn't work out. But the saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I'm sure you've heard that statement. It's a pretty popular quote, and that kind of came true for me. I started, racking up credit card debt, taking out personal loans, and spending money I really didn't have to learn from people who I considered mentors, people who were already doing what I wanted to do. And one of those guys was this person here. His name is Gary Halbert. Now, I didn't actually ever meet this guy in person. I only learned from his recorded courses. And he actually passed away like around the time that I was getting started online. But he's still widely recognized as the highest paid marketer in history. In fact, don't leave this webinar, but if you Google his name, that's probably one of the first search results you're going to find is, the highest paid marketer in history with over $1 billion in sales generated from his work. So I started studying everything I could from this guy. And the one thing that I learned from him allowed me to have my first $10,000 month. And I quickly started making 6 figures per year when I started studying what this guy taught. And eventually that led to me working with some of the marketers you probably recognize on your screen. I believe Todd's on there as well. And when I started to do my own thing online, people started asking me, hey, can you teach me how to do what you're doing? And they started asking me to be interviewed on podcasts. And this was an entrepreneur website who did an article on me at the time. So people started looking at me as some sort of like marketing guru or something. I don't like that word, but that's what happened. And I started helping these people who would come to me and say, hey, Peter, can you help me do what you're doing? And one of those people is this guy here named Stevian Ray. I met him. He didn't know anything about advertising or marketing or anything. And within about 4 months, I would want to say 4 to 6 months, he messaged me on Facebook and said, today's my last day working in the office, bye-bye 9-to-5 job. And then he started posting pictures of checks like this that he's getting from his clients. This check here is for $2,380. And he says that clients send him those types of checks all the time. Then there's Luke Trewin here. Luke was is a former factory worker. And when I met him, he was pretty much a newbie from what I remember. He's never done anything online from what I remember. And he posted in my Facebook group that he was able to turn his business with one thing I showed him. He was able to take what I showed him, the one thing, and grow his business to over $500,000 per year. And I also did an interview with him around that time. And he said that he moved his family into a new house, moved into an upscale neighborhood. And then he posted this picture on Facebook and said that this wouldn't have been possible without you, Peter. So basically he bought himself this Porsche Cayenne with the funds that he's making from his business. So that was pretty cool to know that you're kind of impacting people's lives like that. It kind of changes things for you, right? It's like go from struggling yourself to finally figuring things out and helping other people. And then they tell you stuff like this. It's a wild experience to go through. Let me tell you that, especially when I used to live above this convenience store. I had to go through a huge kind of like identity crisis to see myself differently. Right. So after I moved out of the convenience store apartment, my now wife, Emily, and I, we built this house. And then I bought this Lamborghini here. I wanted to lean fully into the online guru thing, right? So I bought this yellow Lamborghini Gallardo, and here's the receipt. I paid $106,255 for it. And then I did something even crazier. I sent the car on a trailer back down to Texas. I'm in Maine. I sent it back down to Dallas, Texas, to a performance shop called Dallas Performance. They ripped the engine out of the car, and they rebuilt the internals and turned it basically into a street legal race car with over 1,000 horsepower. It cost me $67,875. Paid that in cash via wire transfers. Okay, so despite kind of being a dumbass with money at times, like that, right? I was always able to make all that money back and then some, because my mentor, Gary, taught me the most valuable money-making skill that they do not teach in schools. A skill that used to be hard to learn and took years for most people to get good at, which I've since automated with my AI clone, PeteBot. So PeteBot has been trained on this money-making skill, and he's been specifically trained to get $1,000 checks from local businesses. He's trained on one very specific thing, one very specific tactic. And I say here that top marketers try to get PeteBot banned. And, that's a bit of a hypey statement, but the truth behind this is that I have multiple marketing friends who do what I do. I showed them PeteBot in action, and they were just like, kind of, man, I don't like AI because it's going to replace my job. Please don't release this, right? No one's going to need copywriters anymore. And so that was the story behind that, right? Many people telling me not to do this because they're afraid AI is going to take their job. But I want to help as many people as possible by empowering them with the skills or the tools now that have allowed me to turn my life around, but now with AI, and you don't need to do all the hard work that I had to do to get to this point, basically. So I turned this whole thing into a step-by-step business model that I call the 10-minute Copybot workday. Step 1 is unclaimed profits. Step 2 is auto write and deliver. Step 3 is the big payoff. I was going to ask you, do you want to see it? But I can already see the comments in the chat. Let's see it. Let's see it. And even when I logged on to the training today, you know, a little bit late, apologize for that. I did see people in the chat, hey, let's learn about this business. So I'm going to get right into it. Step 1, unclaimed profits. I'm going to show you how to get dozens of local businesses paying you thousands of dollars per month by helping them extract the unclaimed profits sitting dormant in their business that they don't know about. And you're going to be using a secret backdoor in their website that's sitting right under their noses and sitting right under your nose as well. And you're going to probably laugh when you figure out what it is. And you're also going to get to meet one of the first people to benefit from PeteBot. This guy's name is Kevin. And he made over $141,000, according to him, in 8 weeks because of PeteBot. And then in step 2, you're going to watch live as my AI clone PeteBot finds me new potential clients, if we have time for that. But you're definitely going to see him attempt to make me $1,000 in under 5 minutes. I'm going to put a timer on the screen, and you're going to see him go to work and create a $1,000 campaign for a real client of mine. And we're just going to sit back together and watch as this happens. And I promise this is push button easy. You'll see it. And then in step 3, the big payoff, I'm going to show you how to take this to the next step. If you want to go above, you know, just making extra income, you know, making 5-6 figures a year, and you want to really build an asset that you can sell for a big payday, I'm going to show you how you can do that in, you know, after running this business for a year or so. This type of stuff is possible. Some people call this FU money and the ability to retire, do whatever you want with your time. It is possible by actually exiting from this business. So I'll talk a little bit about that. So all this and much, much more. So first, let's get started with step number 1, unclaimed profits. So why are businesses sending me these $1,000 payments, these oddball payments like this, totaling up to multiple thousands of dollars? This one here, getting over into the tens of thousands of dollars. Why are they doing this? And how am I able to do this with just one working arm while heavily medicated on painkillers after a near fatal accident? How am I able to still make local business owners like this one $73,000 in the first month and over $141,000 in sales by the end of month 2? And how can you do this too, just like me, even if you're a complete newbie with no marketing experience? We'll write this one down or take a picture with your phone of the screen, because it's important. I want you to remember this. So if making money by offering marketing services to local businesses is your thing, or you want to learn how to do it, you want to have an agency, one thing you need to remember is that if you want dozens of businesses paying you thousands of dollars every month, you need to directly impact their bottom line in a big way. In other words, you need to make them money, and they need to see that you're changing their business. So that first page SEO ranking, that's going to bring them organic search traffic, or, you know, the website that's not really going to, you know, set their business on fire. That stuff is not going to double or triple their business, you know, pretty much overnight. It's valuable, don't get me wrong, but you have to be able to basically change their business overnight. And it is possible. And if you can do that for a business, they would be crazy to not want to pay you for whatever it is that you're doing. It's like having an ATM machine, right? If you had an ATM machine that spit out like $100 and all that someone had to do was put in $1, do you think that you could walk around with that ATM machine all day and get people to put $1 into your machine? Obviously. So I was going to ask you, do you agree? But I can see in the chat, obviously, makes sense. Put $1 in, get $100 back. Who wouldn't do that? So, but how do I do that? That's what you're probably asking. How can I do this, Peter? You know, I don't know how to do copywriting. I have never doubled or tripled the monthly revenue of a business. That sounds pretty scary. Sounds like a daunting task. And if if that's you, I just want you to know that it's actually a lot easier than you might think. And I know that's a bold statement and you probably don't believe me, but I'm going to prove it to you. And the key to your success with this, it's been sitting right under your nose all this time and you haven't even realized it. And I'm going to show it to you now. So do you remember a few slides back, this business owner here, the guy who looks like Vin Diesel from Fast and the Furious, Kevin here, who made $73,000 in the first month and pays me $1,000 whenever he wants one of these campaigns? Well, this is his website. He gave me permission to share this. He's actually become a good friend of mine. And he said, you can share this. And so this is his website. And it's very similar to most local business websites, that it just sits out on the internet doing its thing, faithfully doing its job, right? It's got a first page Google ranking, so that's good. He's actually got a first page or top ranking there. And I did not do this. I cannot take credit for that SEO ranking. And I also did not build his website. I don't build websites anymore, and I don't do SEO. I used to, but not anymore. I do what I'm going to show you. But anyways, his website lives on the internet like this, collecting natural search traffic. So people search in his local town of Chester Springs, Pennsylvania. They search for auto detailing, and he's one of the first results. They click on his website, and a small percentage of those clicks will actually turn into leads. We'll click that book your vehicle button and reach out to this business to inquire about his services, getting their car worked on. So this is how most local business websites work, right? People find them through the natural Google search results. People click over and they reach out to that business either through a contact button like that or something pretty similar. So yes, websites do make local businesses money from natural search traffic. However, since most local businesses do not get large volumes of organic search traffic because they're serving a small geographical area like a small town or a city, a website alone will not generate a business life-altering amounts of money in a short period of time because there's just not enough people searching at once for their services. It makes sense. So that's why it's hard to get local businesses to pay thousands of dollars per month for a website. It just doesn't make sense for them. Yes, they'll pay for a website initially, but to keep paying for it, it's got to bring in some real results for them. So that's the problem. The local market is just, there's not like millions of people searching for their services. So they're not going to get like 100 customers in one day. Most businesses anyways, maybe like a popular restaurant somewhere. But so sales usually trickle in little by little each day. But this website, like I said, is keeping a secret. The owner doesn't know about it, and it might only be obvious to experienced marketers like myself, or perhaps there's some of you on this training right now. And that secret is where the big money is made for local businesses. So what is this secret? Well, when someone clicks book your vehicle or contact me on any business website, they're probably taken to a contact form that looks like this: name, email, phone number. Please tell us about your ride and what you would like. So basically, you're reaching out to a business to contact them about their services. And what happens? I'm entering all this information, and when I click send, my email is saved in the back end of that website in a database that's otherwise known as an email list. So this is what a local business, this particular local business's email list actually looks like in the back end of his website when I'm logged into it. And this is obviously going to look different for most businesses, and how they manage this list is going to vary, obviously. But pretty much every local business website has a contact form. They have an opt-in form, or they have an online ordering system. Whenever something like that happens, that email address is captured, and those emails are being saved somewhere. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. That list, every time someone opts in, that is the valuable asset that these businesses are sitting on. And they're not promoting to this list. So this guy right here, when I actually started working with him, he reached out to me. He said, hey, man, well, he didn't call me man. He said, hey, can you help me run some Google ads? Because I want to get like 20, I think he said 20 or 30 new auto detailing clients a month, which is like an extra 20, 30,000 a month for him in revenue. And before I agreed to running his ads, I basically said, hey, do you have an email list? You've been in business for 8 years. You have existing customers. And he's like, I don't know. What's an email list? And I logged into his website, on Zoom, and saw this. And I was like, wow, this is a massive asset that we can tap into. There's no need to spend any money on advertising. So we can see names, emails, phone numbers, the message they sent to the business. These are real people, guys, that reached out to the business. Most of them pulled out their wallets and bought something from that business for anywhere from $300 all the way up to, I believe his services go for around like $1,500 or $2,000 for his higher end services. So most people don't realize this, but every local business has an email list and it's filled with paying customers. It just might be managed differently among different businesses. And the people on that list, they will buy from that business again if you give them the chance. And that is the key. If you don't give them the chance, the sale's never going to happen. But if you know how to send offers to that list, the local businesses list, which are made up of customers and hot leads, it is the closest thing to having access to your own personal ATM machine that spits out cash whenever you want. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is the reality when you have a list of customers. So here's exactly what I mean. Have you ever bought something from a local business and received something like this in return the next day? Maybe you bought something, they capture your email somehow. Maybe you ordered it online. That's another way emails are captured. If you order something online from a restaurant or any other store, guess what? Your info is being captured. So they're going to continue marketing to you. The smart ones will. And so this is an email I got from Auto Pizza. This is one of our favorite pizza restaurants in the area. They're basically sending me 15% off my next order. I'm sure you've seen something like this, right? And we've got Kate Spade. My wife buys like purses from them. So, we get promotions from them. I bought some tools from Harbor Freight recently. So they're trying to get me to come back and buy more stuff. We've got tailored chip cookies, some of the best cookies in the world. You should try them out. But they're telling us, hey, come back, buy more cookies, order now. Here's a promotion from Applebee's, $9.99 Tuesdays for a limited time. I'm sure you get it. You know what I'm talking about when I say marketing emails from businesses, but you're probably not seeing it come correctly from a local business, a small local mom and pop business like this guy here. So this is the email or a part of one of the first emails that we wrote with PeteBot for the client that you just saw. Just a preview here. We'll make a whole campaign here in just a few minutes. But one of the first campaigns I ran for him here is what you see on your screen, or the first email. So this is my first question for you. Let me know in the chat, what do you think happened? Or how about this? We sent this email out to his list of 600, I think it was 626 email subscribers filled with customers. Let me know in the chat, how many sales do you think we made this guy? Like number of sales or dollar, it doesn't matter. Just let me know what you think in the chat. Drinking some water here. So Raphael says 10%, okay. Can't see your name, but it says 50%, Edward 30%, $12,000, 5% return. Christina says, I need to start, okay. 15% says Kareem. David says 15. Eric says 10 customers. Jason says 58,000. AI or Al says 5%. Parish 25. So the numbers seem to range from like 5% to, I think someone said 50. One person said 72%. So there's a wide range of answers here. So no one's, yeah, it's all over. Yeah, 70%. Okay, so let me just kind of show you what happened. So someone said $12,000 in sales. Okay, so I'm going to show you what happened here in just a second. But to really drill this point home, I want to bring your attention to this study done by the Wharton School of Business, and the University of Pennsylvania here. They said that a customer is up to 14 times more likely to buy than a new lead. A customer, someone who's already bought from a business, is up to 14 times more likely to buy than a new lead. Think about that. So if you're running paid ads on sites like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, anywhere, and you're wondering why it's so hard to convert those people into leads or sales, it's because they're strangers. You're marketing to strangers. And right now, what we're doing is we're sending offers to customers. There is a big difference. So in a nutshell, that's what I'm doing with PeteBot. Is I'm going to businesses who already have this very valuable asset, their website filled with customers and leads. And I'm going to them and saying, hey, you're not promoting to this list. Why don't you let me send a few emails to your list promoting your stuff? And if we make some money, you can pay me a commission on all sales, or you can just pay me a flat fee. And that's the business model from a high level. Now, there are certain things you have to get right to actually nail this. It's simple, but there are some things you need to get right. So let me show you what those things are. But first, let's go ahead and talk about the numbers, since you guys answered in the chat. So some of you are pretty close. So typically what we see when we mail to a list of customers like this for local business for the first time, a list of people that have not been promoted to correctly, and they get the first marketing campaign from this business, we see typically 10% of that list convert into sales. So in this case, when I was estimating the numbers for this guy, he had a list of 626 people. It's bigger now. But at the time I said, okay, we should make somewhere around 60 sales. And he wanted to promote one of his services that was a premium service at $1,000. It was a ceramic coating service, which is basically a really high-end wax for your car that protects it for like years. And so I said, okay, 60 sales times $1,000, we should probably make you somewhere around $60,000 in potential sales. And he didn't believe me, of course. And in return, after all this, he paid me $1,000 for what I did for him. It took me about 10 minutes. And so those are the numbers I thought we could do. I'm going to show you the real numbers in a second. Actually, I'm going to let the business owner tell you. So I actually have a video recording here of an interview that I did with this guy that I'm going to play for you right now. So I'm going to switch to the video and let the business owner himself tell you the results that came in after we started, or after we sent that promotion to his customer list. So where is the video? Todd, are you, or someone, can you see the videos on your end? Because I do not see them on my end.
Todd did see them earlier.
Yeah, I'll play it. Do we have it? Is it that
Yeah, it's under,
second video?
It's the Kevin dash, I can get the exact name, but it's the Kevin testimonial one.
Sure. I'll play that. Let me switch over. Could you switch me over?
Yep. There you go.
Great. Okay.
All right, guys, here on this Zoom call with me, I have Kevin, owner of KP Elite Auto Detailing. We just ran an email campaign for him, and he agreed to come on to this call with us and talk a little bit about the results. Kevin, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. For that email campaign, like, what would you say it generated for your business in total sales?
The last 2 months of our 8-year business were our 2 record months that we've ever had. The first month after we ran the email, we did $73,000 that month. The next month was our second highest month ever, which was $68,000.
And this is an asset that you had in your business just kind of sitting there. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand, is like businesses have these email.
Yeah, it was like one of the things that I thought was so like kind of old school way of reaching out to people. Like, who's going to look at an email? And sure enough, it was like crazy.
So just to be clear, like, I'm not paying you to say any of this. You've actually paid me to run this campaign.
Yeah, 100%.
People are going to ask that. So as you know, like, I teach people how to do what I do, this business here. I teach them how to go out and do this to other businesses. So like, their biggest thing is, can I actually get paid to do this for businesses?
I'll be continuing to have you run these and pay you to do these for a long time. So like, I know just from what I've learned, and this is the first email ad I've ever run in my entire life. So just seeing how it already worked for me, I know I'm going to continue to pay, because I can see the difference in what I have to pay for it as opposed to what we make. And it wouldn't even have to, it could be a fraction of that amount that we make. It doesn't have to be that much. If it was even 20% of what that would have been a great return on my investment. Thank you.
All right, you
All
can
right.
switch it back for me now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for playing that, Todd. Okay. So could you guys hear the video and see it okay? I just want to make sure so I know how much detail to get into here. Could you see the video? Let me know in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, all good, all clear. Okay, perfect. So as you saw in the video, month one, $73,000 in sales is what he said. His best month ever in business. And he's been in business for 8 years. He paid me a measly $1,000 of that. Do you think he complained about that? No, he was actually pretty stoked. He said I could have generated him 20% of the results I generated, which would have been, I don't know, like 15,000 or something, 16,000 in sales. He still would have been happy. Month two, $68,000 in sales, his second best month in business, $1,000 in my pocket. And then around month three, that's when he messaged me and he said, hey, we're going to break our first $100,000 month. And that's when I started chatting with him. I was like, you know what? We got to switch to a commission-based model where you're paying me a percentage of all your sales. And I actually gave this guy a pretty good deal because he let me use him in the webinar here. But he's really happy with the results. And we've done this actually 5 or 6 times for him now. And he's got to be over $1 million in sales, if not pretty close to it by now, just from what I'm showing you. So can you do this too? Well, there are over 400 million small businesses in the world. And this number's from 2023, so it's obviously higher than that now. But most of them have a website by now. It's 2024, almost 25 here. And they have an email list of some kind. But most small businesses, they don't know how to promote to their list. They don't know. Most of them don't even know that they should be mailing their customers and selling them more stuff. Some don't even realize they have an email list. Like the guy I just showed you had no idea what an email list even was, yet he had one sitting in the back end of his website. It's actually kind of funny that they're literally sitting on a gold mine. But it's not their fault. You know, I'm not here to say, hey, you guys should be doing this, that, you know, this guy's a surgeon. Do you think he's walking around every day thinking about how he needs to mail his list? No, he's thinking about how he can better serve his patients and grow his practice. So they're too busy to know this stuff. But that's why there's a massive need for people like us who can help, and why we'll always be in demand and basically always have a job, if you want to call it a job, even though it's not. So if you take anything from this training, I want you to know one very important thing that I learned from my mentor, Gary, that changed my entire life and that resulted in the creation of the system you see today. And that is, if you know how to create effective email marketing campaigns that convert, someone can take all your money away from you. You can lose all your money. You can spend it on, you know, $200,000 Lamborghinis, you know, whatever you want, go on wild vacations, and you can lose everything. But you can never be poor. It's impossible. Now, you can go broke, absolutely. I've done that a few times, but you can never be poor. The difference is poor means you're stuck. There's no way to get out. But being broke is just a temporary situation, a situation that's easily fixed by obviously making a bunch of money. It's that simple. So if you know how to do email marketing, in this case for local businesses, the easiest way and the right way, you can always make more money whenever you need it. No matter what's going on with the economy or what crazy stuff's going on in the world or what politician is in office, you know, because one thing never changes. Businesses will always need more customers. It's been like that since the dawn of commerce. They'll always need help getting more customers. So whenever I want to make money, I just accept a new email marketing client. And I used to sit down at the computer for hours and write this campaign from scratch. And it didn't matter if I got dressed for the day or not. Now, I know what you're saying. I don't know how to get these clients. I'm not good at email copywriting, and I don't want to spend 5 years learning this stuff to get good at it. But let me ask you, what if you didn't have to learn email copywriting or write any emails at all, but you could still get paid like $1 million copywriter, and you had new potential clients delivered to you on a silver platter? Wouldn't that be cool? Heck yes, obviously. You're probably asking how? Well, that comes back to PeteBot. And so I don't consider myself a copywriter anymore. Now with PeteBot doing all this stuff for me, I had a little identity crisis, and now I'm something called a Copybot operator. cross out the word writer there. I just operate a bot, click some buttons, and he does everything for me. So how do you command PeteBot to write these emails? Well, first, before I show you that, a quick pop quiz. Let me know in the chat. I want to make sure you're with me and you're getting this. This is the most important part. Do you see the big opportunity here? Do you understand how there are over 400 million small businesses in the world, and most of them are not promoting to their email list? Isn't it just absolutely crazy when you think about it? And isn't it wild how no one's really talking about this? Don't tell anyone, because let's keep it our little secret here. There's not many people here. There's hundreds, right? Compared to the overall world. That's a small amount, right? So we're still a very small segment. So we can keep this our little secret. Yes, of course. Great stuff. The market is endless. Yes. OMG. Yes. Good. I'm glad that you see that. That's the most important part. And do you understand why the success rate of sending offers to customers is nearly 100%? Now, nothing in life is guaranteed, but when you're sending offers to customers, it's the closest thing to guaranteed sales that you can get, obviously, because we're contacting buyers, and buyers are buyers because they buy. That's why. And do you think a Copybot email campaign is something that practically all local businesses could benefit from right now? Obviously, makes sense. What business wouldn't want more sales? What business would not want you to tell them, hey, stop spending money on paid advertising. Instead, pay me a very small percentage of that, and let's mail your most valuable asset, your list, and I'll make you even more money. Okay, so most of you passed that quiz there. So auto write and deliver, step 2. I want to show you PeteBot in action. I know you've been waiting for that, and you know the slow and hard way. I used to sit at my computer for hours writing these emails from scratch. I tried ChatGPT. I thought it was going to be the secret to me being able to work less, make more money, and get AI to do everything for me. I'm going to mute. Hey, Luann, could you turn that the mic off? I'm just getting some feedback on my end here. But yeah, I tried ChatGPT, guys, and it just wasn't up to par. You know, I'm sure if you've ever tried ChatGPT for copywriting, right? If you've done this before and you're a professional copywriter, at least in my case, you know, I get paid on results. I just recognized a bunch of problems with it out of the box. First, it just can't write on my level or the level of any other top copywriters out there. Everything it writes needs lots of tweaking before I'd even think about using it on a real project. And it just wasn't worth it because I had to put so much work into everything it put together to feel comfortable running these emails that it wrote for me. And newbies with no real world experience, they might think it can write good copy because they don't know what actually works. But at best, I'm telling you, it can write at the level of a junior level copywriter. And that's just not good enough for the real client work and to get the type of results I'm showing you here today. Okay. So I was super happy, super excited about this, but it just didn't work out with regular old ChatGPT. I tried some other AI copywriting tools. Some of them worked pretty good, but none of it seemed to be based on real proven winning campaigns that I could verify. They were just tools that people put together, and they weren't copywriters themselves, most of them. So I just didn't feel comfortable, you know, using these things and trusting my clients where my reputation was on the line. And plus, these tools didn't help you with actually getting clients. That's another big thing. So I had a light bulb moment. I said, okay, if I already know how to write high converting copy myself, and I already have too many clients anyways, and I know how to get more, then why don't I create an AI clone of myself and, you know, get it to do all of this for me using the proven winning campaigns that I already written for my clients by hand. So I had a moment where I said, okay, how do I create an AI bot to do all of this for me? How am I going to do this? I'm not a programmer. So that's when I invested a lot of my own money, probably over 100 grand, to create my own AI clone of myself called PeteBot. So that night, PeteBot came to life, and since then, he's been working for me, writing my campaigns. And it takes me just a few minutes, and I'm going to show him to you right now. And since I can't see the videos, Todd, can you play the PeteBot demo so they can see
Absolutely.
PeteBot?
Just switch it over to me, and I'll play that for you right now.
There you go.
Got it.
All right, so I've got PeteBot up right over here on this tab, ready to go. And what I want to do is I want to put a timer on the screen because I have a client who pays me for these Copybot email campaigns. Whenever he wants a new one for his business, he just sends me a quick $1,000. I come in here to PeteBot and have PeteBot pump out a campaign. So what I want to do is I want to put a timer on the screen and show you how quickly PeteBot can create one of these campaigns. And literally, he's going to make me $1,000 in under 10 minutes because that's what this client pays for this service here. So that is the goal. Can we do it in under 10 minutes? Well, let's go ahead and find out. Now, this is not going to be an in-depth demo of PeteBot because this training is already pretty in-depth that we're on right now. So with that said, so I'm not going to show you every single feature of PeteBot. I just want to show you how quickly he can create these powerful, high converting campaigns for us. So I'm just going to go to new campaign. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter in the client's business, and I got to stop talking or I won't be able to type here. So KP Elite, auto detailing. And we forgot to hit our timer. Sorry about that. I said we were going to time this. All right, ready, set, go. So KP Elite auto detailing. Next step. And I'm going to put in his website here. So I've got his website already up, and I'm going to grab the URL up here, which I think is cut off on your end, but I'm just copying his website URL, and I'm pasting it right here in the box, giving it to PeteBot so he can go visit that website and learn all about my client's business. Down here in step 4, if I have any specific instructions I want to give to PeteBot when he's writing the campaign, like maybe I want to run a sale for Christmas or something, or maybe the client wants to run a sale for New Year's, I would put that in here. Otherwise, PeteBot is just going to take his creative license when writing the campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and just say, let's run a sale for Christmas. I'm going to say $400 off a ceramic coating. Plus 2 free details as a bonus. Okay. Now I'm just going to click build campaign. So what's going to happen is PeteBot is literally visiting this website in the background, reading it, consuming all of the information on this site to learn about this business, learn about their products and services, and probably like 1 to 2 hours of research done just like that. This is something that would normally take me a lot of time when I was doing these campaigns myself. Where are we at on time? I got to stop talking. Okay, a minute, 20 seconds in. All right, so you can see that he's pulled in the business information. Kevin, founder of KP Elite Auto Detailing. He offers ceramic coating, all his products and services, where he's located. Didn't pull the phone number from the website. Maybe it's not on there. Pulled in some reviews about Kevin's business that we're going to use throughout the campaign. Perfect. All right, I'm going to go ahead and approve this. But if I didn't like something, let's say, I wanted to change the business name or something, I could just type it in here and change it. But I'm just going to approve the campaign. Now PeteBot, just like a professional real copywriter, just like I would do if you were to hire me, now I'm going to design the campaign based on what you told me you want to do. So we're going to run a $400 off promotion. Plus for a bonus, we're going to give customers 2 free details. And let's see, he's come up with a reason or a name for the sale, the Holiday Shine Extravaganza, the reason we're having the sale to celebrate the holiday season. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and approve that. So now you can think of these 2 things as building blocks of a successful campaign. If you look at most local businesses, they don't know how to do email marketing the right way. They barely send out emails, or if they do, they're terrible. They're afraid to sell anything. But here's email number 1 of the campaign. So this is a 7-part email campaign, just like a product launch. On Monday, we're going to announce the sale. Hey guys, thank you so much for being a customer. We've got a discount promotion for you going right now. Click here to buy now. So that email goes out on Monday. So you can see right here, there's a $400 off credit in your account. And then you can see that this email reads like an internet marketing email. This stuff is very powerful when you run these types of promotions for local businesses. Usually if you're in the internet marketing niche like us, you see these types of emails, but local businesses don't promote like this. But when you apply internet marketing strategies to a local business, you can easily blow up their business. So I'm not going to read through this entire email. Just trust me, it works. All right. I want to meet our time deadline here. So that's email number 1 sent out on Monday. And he's building email number 2 right now of the promotion. And remember, this is not just a random email that this AI is coming up with. He's following a successful, proven campaign that I've written myself, run for clients over the years, already generated millions in sales. And he's using all the information that he gathered about that business and the whole promotion that we came up with. So you can see email number 2 goes out on Tuesday. Hey, I got one word for you. Wow. We just opened our sale. We've been receiving such a big response. Thank you for all the positive feedback. Just as a reminder, we're running a big sale for all our customers, $400 off. Click here to take advantage of the sale right now. So this email goes out on Tuesday. And if I'm talking fast, it's because I want to meet our deadline of 10 minutes here. So we're already 4 minutes in. So now he's going to build email number 3. Can we do this in 10 minutes? Let's see. The anticipation. All right. Have you heard the big news? This email goes out on Wednesday. Whoa, can you hear that, Jim? It's the sound of the stampede of KP Elite clients, all rushing to take advantage of our crazy client-only holiday extravaganza sale. As one of our loyal clients, I just gave you $400 off your account. Boom, right? I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this goes out on Wednesday. Have you heard about the sale? Have you taken advantage of it? If not, go here now, right? So I'm just going to approve it. We can read through these in more detail towards the end of the webinar when we're not under a time constraint here. But I want to prove to you that you can do this under 10 minutes. There's email 4. This email goes out on Thursday. Hey guys, this sale ends tomorrow. Here's what we're doing. $400 off. Here's why you need to take advantage of this. Only 2 days left. Here's all the bonuses you're getting. Take action now. So we're really driving up urgency and scarcity on Thursday. And then the next email goes out on Friday morning, the close of the sale. So this is the day we shut the sale down. This one goes out on Friday morning. Hey, your $400 credit expires today, right? This is it, the last day of our holiday extravaganza sale for existing clients like you. Here's your $400 offer. Why haven't you taken it yet, right? Click here to take advantage of this sale now. And then on Friday, we actually send out 3 emails because, as you know, people are procrastinators. We wait till the last minute to do things. So that email goes out in the morning. Email 6 goes out at 6 p.m. 6 hours left, $600 off, OMG. That's because he's counting the bonus value as well. In case you missed it, I'm giving you $400 off plus this free bonus. Click here to buy now. You got 6 hours left, right? Now we're really driving up urgency on email number 6. And what are we looking like on time here? Wow. Okay. Geez. I thought we were almost 10 minutes into this thing. I can relax a little bit. All right. So we're just under 6 minutes and we just built our last email, Kevin's last email. So this is the email that's going out at 10 p.m. So this is the last email of the promotion. Okay, we're down to the last 2 hours of the holiday extravaganza sale for existing clients only like you. If you haven't heard about the sale, I'm giving you $400 off plus this bonus worth $200. But this sale ends tonight at midnight, right? Call or text me now to claim this promotion. This is the last time I'm going to tell you about this. So if you want all these benefits, right? If you want all these results, then you know where to find me. Take advantage of the sale. And just like that, the campaign is done. So what do? 6 minutes and 26 seconds for a 7-part email campaign created based on a proven $1 million copywriting framework. And I don't use the word $1 million copywriting framework as a buzzword or something to capture your attention. It's real. I am a copywriter. I've been doing this for 15 years. I know what works. I know how to write words that turn readers into sales. It's just the way that it is. And these emails crush it every single time I run it for a business. All I have left to do now is literally go into each email and copy and paste, right? Go into the client's autoresponder, which is obviously different for every client. But I do show you how to do this in the training. And he's already got an email ready to be sent out right here. I'm just going to copy this in. I might play with the spacing a little bit, right? Put in some returns and, bold some of the text, make it look pretty. And I'm not going to do all that here. But when it was ready to send, I would just click next. And obviously I would take the subject line out of the body of the email, but I'm just trying to talk fast here. You can see he's up to over 1,000 subscribers now. So let's pretend we're going to send this out. I got to make sure I don't actually do this. I'm going to click next. And let's see here, sender's name. We'd obviously change his name here. His autoresponder always puts in his business name. We would change that. But I'm not going to mess with that right now for this demo. And all I would have to do if I wanted to send this email out to, it's actually going out to 800 people on his list. I would just click send now. And just like that, all his customers are getting this promotion. and they're going to start buying. The sales are going to come in almost immediately. But in this case, what I do is I take all the emails, copy and paste them into the client's autoresponder all at once. I have my brother do it. Actually, he's my assistant. He does a great job with this stuff for me. I make the emails in PeteBot and say, hey, Kyle, please go schedule these emails for Kevin. He comes in and he schedules the emails. So let's say today's Sunday, right? I'm going to go ahead and start email 1 on Monday. So I would just select Monday. Oh, we're going to send it out at 11 a.m. And I got to remember not to hit schedule here. But if I click schedule, this email is literally going to go out to the client's email list. So that is PeteBot AI. And we're just scratching the surface. There's some client finding abilities built in, some done for you emails, and my step-by-step coaching program where I take you behind the scenes and show you step-by-step how to build this business from scratch and start getting paying clients. But I just wanted to give you a sneak peek at how he works. If he looks simple, don't let the simplicity fool you. There's a powerful, intelligent copywriting AI behind the scenes, writing these emails, thinking just like a real $1 million copywriter and working for you. So
Okay, and I'm switching it back to you, Pete.
thanks, Todd. Got it. All right. So this is so you saw what happened. So you saw how PeteBot works there, right? So when we get those emails, what happens? What do? We put them in the client's autoresponder. And again, this is what the email autoresponder looks like for this particular client. And you saw it was just copy and paste, take the emails, send them out to the client's list. So what I do is I schedule these emails to go out over a 5-day period. There's 7 emails in total. And I want to tell you about something called the profit timeline. So when these emails start going out, what exactly happens? Well, I like to stay in contact with the client, usually through text or Facebook Messenger, just to keep tabs on how the campaign is going. And you can see in the first 30 minutes, I messaged him and I said, hey, how's it going, man? And he said, I booked 5 jobs in 30 minutes. So if you think about it, that's $1,000 per job. That's about $5,000 in revenue. 4 days later, he said 47 jobs, around $43,000 in revenue. A week later, he says, we are killing it, Pete. We're on pace to crush our record month. And then a month later, when I shot that interview that you saw with him, or just before that interview, he said that he was up to $71,475 in sales and projected to reach $100,890 soon. So I am not sure where the sound is coming from, honestly, because I'm the only one on here right now that's unmuted. Weird. So the commissions come in like this after that once the campaign starts running, and you can see $1,000 here, and then the bigger payments into the multiple thousands and sometimes in the tens of thousands of dollars. And the reason why those numbers get bigger is because you start mailing for customers with bigger lists. The revenue is much higher. So you get paid more money. I mean, it's simple math. Now, I've always said, and I'm sure you've heard it too, there's no such thing as pushing buttons and making money. It sounds crazy, but this is really the closest thing I've ever seen to it. The closest thing I've ever seen to push button profits, the ability to push buttons, make money whenever you need it, lots of it. In fact, this is so easy that I actually felt a bit guilty about it when I figured it out, because, back in the day, I used to have to work pretty hard to make $300, $400 paycheck a week, and living above this convenience store. So I got accustomed to making money based on an hourly wage, right? But now as a copywriter or a copybot operator, I had to realize, it's not how much time I put in. It's not like you work 1 hour, you make X amount of dollars. It's not how it works when you become an entrepreneur. You get paid on how much value that you deliver to the world. And with PeteBot and myself working together, that's how we get paid. We get paid on value. And I want you to know that you can do this for virtually any local business, pretty much any one that you can think of. Now, there's going to be some businesses it works better for, some it works less, not as good for. And I talk about that in the training program. But generally, this is going to work for pretty much any business you can think of. And it works best for high ticket service businesses like my client, but it will work for any of them. And I've never spoken with some of these clients either, or most of them. I would say 95% of my clients I've never even met or spoken to. And so you don't need to be working with local clients or anything like that. When I say local businesses, it just means the type of business. They can be anywhere in the world. And best of all, you can feel good about making this money because this is something you can actually tell your friends and family about and feel proud of, to know that, hey, I help small business owners increase their profits and reduce their advertising costs, which in turn helps them pay their employees more, open new locations, contribute to the local community, and achieve their vision of success, whatever that might look like for them. And being able to help others, that's the dream. Everyone wants to be able to do that, to be able to help others while making money. It does not get any better than that. And so question for you. Do you see how having a super intelligent AI that's basically the clone of a real $1 million copywriter or human copywriter doing all this work for you makes it not only possible, but easy to get paid like a seasoned $1 million copywriter? Obviously, makes sense. It's basically a download of my brain on a particular marketing campaign for local businesses using the most valuable skill in the world that I learned from my mentors when I was first getting started. And of course, you can do this without knowing a single thing about copywriting because you just saw me do it. It's push button. So step 3, the big payoff. And I see some questions coming in. We'll answer them once we get to the offer here because many people are asking for it. So step number 3, the big payoff. This is a little bit quicker than the others. And this is all about how can you take this to the next step. So once you start making cash flow and making money from this, some of you guys might start thinking about like, how do I actually retire someday? How can I actually cash out of this business for a big payday and focus more on, family or whatever? If you want a way to retire, if you need a retirement plan, this is my retirement plan, is selling these businesses once you get them profitable. So I've done this a few times myself. And so here's some simple math here. If PeteBot helped you get just one Copybot client, a single one, paying $1,000 a month, and you did that for a whole year, that's like $12,000 a year in income. You're not like rich or anything, but you could potentially sell that business a year later for around 60 grand because it's like a 3 to 5x multiple. So you take how much money the business makes in revenue over the year, and you say, okay, I could probably sell that business for, I would say probably 2 to 5x revenue. And these businesses like this sell all the time. Or if you get like 5 clients paying $1,000 a month, that's $5,000 a month in revenue over the next year. That's an extra 60 grand in income. You could potentially sell that business for $300,000 in a year or so. Happens every day. Done this a few times myself. And if you scale this up to like 20 clients paying $1,000 a month, $20,000 a month in revenue, that's 240 grand a year. You could potentially sell that business for around $1 million. Now that might take you 12 months, it might take you a couple of years, but that's a good chunk of money for running something that's already profitable. And this is how you can really, regular people can create real life-changing amounts of money without needing to have like be born into wealth or be some like have some like crazy high paying skill that like is only available to a small percentage of the population. Most people can do this. This is available to anyone. So I don't care what your goals are. Your goals are yours, and there's no right or wrong choice. What you want to do is what you want to do, and that's really what the system is all about: the ability to give you the freedom to make that choice. So hold up, let's take a breather here. We've been talking about a lot here. I feel like I've turned on the fire hose for you, and asked you to drink from it. Because I would rather risk giving you too much information as opposed to too little and have you leave in here feeling like you didn't learn anything. So my goal was to deliver you basically a course in about an hour here. So let me ask you, we've condensed, jam-packed, squeezed together tightly as possible the entire 3-step system for building, selling, and even potentially retiring from your AI Copybot agency very quickly without any existing skills. I hope that you see it. But let me ask you, even if you only use a little bit of what we covered today, do you feel like you've taken a massive leap forward with your business? Let me know in the chat. Awesome. Good. That's what I want. That's awesome. That's why we did this training. Good, for sure. Heck yes. Crazy daddy-o. Okay. I haven't heard that one before. And good. I bet it would be safe to say that you learned some new stuff. Some stuff was new and valuable. Stuff such as unclaimed profits sitting dormant in the email lists of local businesses all over the world. They've got a secret sitting right in front of their noses. It's their website. And in the back end of that website, they've got customers and leads not being promoted to the right way. It's such a gold mine. And you met one of my clients, Kevin, one of the first users of PeteBot, 141,000 in the first 8 weeks. He's done it many more times since then. And you saw PeteBot in action. I turned a timer on the screen. We didn't quite hit 5 minutes. We did 6 minutes and 40 seconds. But I was doing a lot of talking, but you could easily do this in 5 minutes. $1,000 campaign done just like that. You saw PeteBot do it all. And then step 3, big payoff. We just talked about how you could potentially sell this business because it becomes a real asset, cash out for a big payday. Was our time together so far enjoyable for you, and have you found it valuable? I already see the comments in the chat that tells me yes. Do you now feel more confident with your ability to profit from the AI revolution? Again, I see the comments in the chat that tells me yes. And have you excited to come up with some good ideas that you already feel excited about implementing in your business? Yes, revolutionary indeed. Awesome. And are you excited to make a go out of this thing and see what wonderful things it opens up for you in life? Okay, your next move. What's your next move from here? You can go it alone. You can take everything that you learned from me. Even though this guy looks super stressed out, you could take everything that you learned on this training and try to go it alone. You could absolutely do that. And you would have a really good chance at making a go at this in a way that most people would never be able to, because you've been on this training and you've learned a lot. But what happens when you have a question, or you encounter an obstacle that stops you dead in your tracks, or you're not sure how to create these emails the right way? You know, what if you're not a copywriter? What if you have other tools and you're not confident that they will actually work? Well, there's an easier and faster way, and that's getting help from a mentor with a proven system who's already doing this business themselves. This is not something I put together to sell on a webinar. This is a business I've been doing separately from this. I decided to offer this to others after the fact. So you can choose to make this moment the one where you decided, you know, enough is enough. I want to take control of my life. I want to take control of my business. I want to get results like you and the others I've seen on this training. And I want to make this happen now, not just for me, but for my family as well, and our future. And if that is you, I am super excited for you to tell you about the 7-figure PeteBot Operator All Access Pass. As you know, PeteBot's going live today. It was actually just gone live 17 minutes ago at 11 a.m. Eastern. But we put together a really special offer for you on this training to get in at an absolute steal of a price. So I want to invite you to be one of the lucky few individuals on this workshop right now to join me today in my brand new and highly anticipated turnkey apprenticeship program, is what we're calling it, where my team and I, we're going to be working with you together very closely to implement this entire proven process. So you're getting all the knowledge, tools, and mentorship that you need to launch your very own personalized clone of my already successful AI Copybot agency, where you can leverage PeteBot and harness my 15 years of experience as $1 million copywriter as your own, and keeping all the profits to yourself. And my goal for you is pretty bold. I want you to make more in the next 3 months than you have in the last 3 years. I want you messaging me and sending me a video or an email, so you can be like those other people, telling me how I changed your life, so I can talk about you on a webinar someday if you want me to. That's my goal. And I want to help you build a financial wall around you and your family that nothing can penetrate, even if you're a complete newbie starting from scratch. So we call this the final investment for online success, because we really give you everything that you need to be successful with this. You're getting a PeteBot Pro license. So you saw PeteBot in action. You're going to get the ability to create 10 campaigns per month for local businesses. So charging $1,000 per campaign, if you went that way, that would get you to $10,000 a month. Or if you go the commission route, you could take a percentage of sales and make way more than that. We talk about that in the training on how you can do either pricing model there. There's no right or wrong way. Just depends on what you want to do and what businesses you're working with. Again, we'll show you that in the training. So a PeteBot Pro license, you can create these campaigns, these Copybot email campaigns in under 5 minutes, and with no copywriting skills. And when you have PeteBot in your corner, I promise you're going to feel confident, because you're going to know that you're in full control of you and your family's future, and whatever that looks like for you. And, you know, because you're going to know it's finally possible to get to where you want to go, because you have a valuable service that you can offer the world right at your fingertips. Now, if you don't even want to log into the software and click buttons, hey, I'm not going to judge, because we put together 100 done for you Copybot email campaigns. So I had my brother Kyle, who does all my technical stuff. He or most of my technical stuff. He went into PeteBot and created 100 campaigns in the hottest local business niches already done for you in the members area. And you can just send these out, pick a niche, find a client in that niche, send these campaigns out, swap out the information for theirs, done. So we have niches like restaurants, auto shops, barber shops, hardware stores, pet stores, nail salons, moving companies, bakeries, tech repair shops, bike shops, and much, much more. So if you're limited on time or don't want to use PeteBot to do anything to create emails, just use these. And then you're getting the Copybot Client Machine, which is a powerful add-on feature that would normally cost a lot more, that you're getting as part of this package here at a ridiculous discount. And this is a client finding feature built into PeteBot. You just click on My Leads, select a niche, a location, where you want new clients from, and PeteBot will do all the heavy lifting for you, searching for businesses, scouring the internet, bringing them in, and then I'm going to give you a training to go with that in the members area that's going to show you how to send out a script message to this business to get them to say yes to one of these campaigns. You won't need to be an expert in sales. You won't need to send thousands of cold emails or do cold calls or do daily prospecting or have a cold email campaign. You're not going to have to do any of that stuff. I've got something that works way better, way easier, way faster. And when you start landing those clients and those paychecks start coming in, or paychecks is probably not the right word, I would say checks from local businesses, you can feel proud of yourself when your friends and family ask you, hey, how's that little internet business doing of yours? And you can actually show them, like I did when I first got a check from a client, a real check. And let me tell you, that felt good. And I want to give you that feeling as well. So that's going to be in the Copybot Client Machine, an add-on to PeteBot, the ability to find clients easier and faster without scouring the internet for leads or being an expert in sales. You're getting the Copybot Academy that comes with coaching. So I'm going to be walking you through this process step by step. Do this, do that, and then report back to me every week with your progress. I'm going to be walking you through the unclaimed profits. Everything we talked about on this training, I'm going to be showing you and helping you use PeteBot to win your first Copybot client and getting them to pay you at least $1,000 for a Copybot email campaign. And then I'll give you this testimonial, this full testimonial from my client here that's got me removed from the video. And it just has the client talking about how much money we made him from one of these campaigns. And I'm giving you the permission to use that testimonial video, that white labeled testimonial video as your own, to help convey to clients the value of what you have to offer. So this guy is talking about, hey, a Copybot campaign, or he called it an email campaign, made me $73,000 month one, $68,000 month two, and I'm nowhere in the video. It's just like it's words on the screen instead of me. So you get to use that as your own to help convey to clients the value of these campaigns, and you won't need any clients of your own. Step 2, auto write and deliver. Once we've won you your first Copybot project, that's when we're going to get PeteBot to go to work and create that high converting campaign. You saw how he works. I've got a detailed tutorial waiting for you in the members area to show you how to make one of these campaigns, make all the customizations to it, all the little questions that you have in the chat box right now. There's a tutorial in the members area that's going to show you how to take this to the next level. Now we just rinse and repeat those 2 steps, like I talked about on the training, to bring in cash flow in this AI Copybot agency. But if you want to position this business in a year or so where you can eventually sell it, generate some life-changing money, and go from someone with a high income to becoming a high net worth entrepreneur, I'm going to show you how you can package this business up so that you can sell it to a competitor or an investor for a 5, 6, 7, or I have some friends who even sold businesses for 8 figures. Now I haven't done that, but I've done them for 5 and 6, and I'll show you how. So some people call this FU money, but that's my goal, is to help you generate FU money. That's the big, big vision here. So in its own right, I'm telling you, this Copybot Academy will be some of the best training you'll have ever been through in your life. This is the real deal, the stuff I wish I knew when I was getting started. But I know you need help, not just more AI software and training. You need hand-holding, coaching, mentorship. So you're going to be meeting me every week on a live call. If you can't make it live, that's okay. You can just submit your questions in advance and I'll cover it and you can watch the replay. But you're going to be invited to attend live every Friday. You get to speak with me, ask me any questions you want, keep me updated on your progress, and I'll review your campaigns for you before you send them out to your clients. If you have questions about a client's email list, or how do I send them out for this client's email list? How do I track sales from a campaign? And all these questions I see in the chat are things that I'm going to be helping you with live on these weekly live calls. And I've been doing these calls honestly for over 10 years. Just my business has changed over the years and it's evolved to what you see today. So the center of our calls is based on sending these Copybot email campaigns. So this is going to allow me to help you every step of the way to move forward towards your desired results very quickly. So there's no need to be intimidated by any of this stuff. You now have someone in your corner who's going to help you through this, who's already done this. Just like Gary was there for me in spirit and through his training, I'm going to be there for you on these Zoom calls every week. And also, we had to increase this a bit. I'm giving away a free one-on-one coaching call with me, 20-minute call with me, where you get to speak with me. We can get on the phone. You can ask me any questions you want about your AI Copybot agency. Now, a little disclaimer on this. I'm only one man. I'm not an AI bot yet, so I can only do a few of these calls per week when my calendar is open. So you may need to wait a few weeks, potentially a little bit longer to talk with me. So if you're okay with that, this is an added bonus that you're going to get. This gives you time to go through the training, use the software, and get some experience and some clients worked up so that when we talk, I can actually help you take this to the next level. So anyways, a one-on-one call with me, you're getting that as a bonus. You just might need to wait a few weeks to be able to talk with me. Okay, so you're getting the PeteBot AI software, total value, $497 by itself. You're getting the Copybot Academy and coaching program. I've charged $4,991 for packages like this before, and you're getting the Copybot Client Machine. Total value, $297, even though I think it's way more than that because one client is worth $1,000. You're getting 100 done for you Copybot email campaigns. We're valuing it at $497, even though, again, just one campaign could be sold for $1,000. Total value, if you add it all up, that's $6,282 in real world value. Now, whether your income goals are 20 grand a month or 100 grand per month, I bet you would agree that that number, 6282, is a very small investment considering what you're getting in return. Wouldn't you agree? $6,282, pretty small compared to, potentially making hundreds of thousands of dollars with this business, potentially millions some of you might make. Now, that's why on the surface, it might not make sense what the investment is for you to join the 7-figure Copybot operator. So since you've been through this workshop with me and we've been on this call for well over an hour now, I know that you have a real chance at making a go at this in a way that most people will never be able to. So I'm going to make an investment into you, which will make it possible for anyone on this call right now who's serious about this stuff to join. So it's not going to be $6,282. So I'm going to give you an education credit priced at or valued at $5,944, which brings the total down to $338. And this is the price that you would have to pay right now if you went to our sales page and bought PeteBot, the Pro license. And then after that, you're going to get some upgrades that you could choose. And if you did that separately through the funnel, you're going to pay $338. However, since you're on this training, we're going to do something extra special for you. We're going to give you an extra discount called the All Access Pass discount. It takes an extra $141 off that price, brings it down conveniently to $197. And however, we're doing something even better for you since we're on live. So this is the price of the All Access Pass, which is already a discount off the items priced separately. But since you're on live, we're going to take another $20 off that price. So you can get in right now at the single investment, one-time investment of $177. Just enter the coupon code PBLive. When you check out, use the link on your screen, toddsuggest.com/PeteBot. All links should also be in the chat. So you can click that link, type it in, however you want to get there. And once you get in there, just, can you just confirm that the link works? Sometimes there's tech issues. We want to make sure everything's working. I can see people jumping in right now. It looks like Planavision just jumped in. Must be a business name. Just checking here. Looks like GT5 Marketing jumped in. Digital Boost. Herman has jumped in. Welcome guys. Congratulations. I'm just checking my phone here. Okay, Healy Enterprises. Okay, I'll read more names as we get going here. But yeah, let me know, does the link work? Provide the link here, please, says John. So it should be in the chat. I'm in, says Robert. Welcome, Robert in Houston. Welcome, John. Okay, guys. Looks like we're good because you guys are jumping in. Yeah, if you could just, when you jump in, let me know in the chat just so that we can keep tabs on that. So yeah, you enter the coupon code PBLive, $20 off. Again, you're getting the PeteBot Pro software, the ability to create 10 campaigns per month. Oh, some people are asking, is there an upgrade? So there is one optional upgrade with the Fast Pass, which would unlock unlimited campaigns. It's for a one-time investment of $97. So that's an optional upgrade you can grab if you want unlimited campaigns. So PeteBot Pro comes with 10 per month, but if you want unlimited, no restrictions, you want to take this to the moon and you're kind of an overachiever, I would highly recommend grabbing the unlimited upgrade as well. And you'll see that after you check out. That's the only upgrade option for this. And some of you guys might have a coupon from, I think there was like a Black Friday thing going on. Some of you might have that coupon, and that should work as well. Some of you did something special through Todd. So yeah, use that coupon or the PB Live one, and that will get you in for the 177. You're getting everything you see on your screen, one-time payment. There are no recurring charges. And I'm looking forward to answering some of your questions here, but I just want to make sure everything's going smoothly. Some of you guys have questions about you were a beta tester or founding member. We will get back to you on that in the chat, so just hang tight. I'm from India. Is it helpful for me? I mean, absolutely. If you've got businesses around you who want to get more customers, which I'm sure you do, then it will definitely be helpful because you can offer, I mean, you don't have to do it in India. You can offer them services anywhere in the world. We have students in Pakistan offering these services to businesses in the US. So absolutely. How do we get the one-on-one training? That's the thing that's you have to schedule with me. So watch for an update from me. Once you get in the members area, there will be some information on how to do that. And I'll also send out an email to make sure you get that info. We're just going through a launch right now, so I just got to get through the launch so I have some time to do those calls. So you might have to wait a few weeks on that particular bonus. Someone's having trouble with the buy button. Okay, I'm sure that someone from the team will help you out. Is a lead finder included? Yes, it is. Copybot Client Machine is included in this particular package. Now, if you bought PeteBot Pro by itself on the sales page, it's, you're gonna pay less than this package, but all those upgrades, by the time you add them all up, you're gonna pay $338. So this is pretty much almost half of that, right? I mean, I can't do the math on the spot, but it's almost half of that price. So I would definitely get the all access pass. It's definitely the best deal. That's going to give you everything. And then you have the optional upgrade of unlimited after that. I would highly recommend it if you can. It's already cheap enough. I feel kind of embarrassed at how cheap this is, the price. We'll never do this again. I can tell you that. We will never offer this package for this price. I usually don't do things this low priced, but we really want to get PeteBot into the hands of as many people as possible, because I know that it's going to help you. If you use it, you implement the system, you show up, you use the software, you watch the training, and you show up to the coaching calls and you ask for help when you have questions. I find it really hard to see how you would have problems getting results. This is the simplest business I know of. Already done, says Matthew. Okay. CB says I'm in. All right, let me go over a couple. It looks like everyone, the checkout process is going smoothly, and I see a bunch of good questions that I do want to answer. But let me go over just a couple things that are going to come with this package. So Todd's team has put together some bonuses here that you're going to get for free. You've got the Short Tracks link tracker here. This is going to allow you to add custom tracking links to your clients' emails. So you can do geo-targeting and device targeting. So you could potentially send tailored offers to your client's list based on their location or device. So that would take PeteBot to the next level if you want to do that. This is a bit more technical than I like to go, honestly, but if you're someone who really likes to do advanced tracking and custom offers, and you have a client that wants to do that, that would take PeteBot to the next level. So you're getting that for free, total valued at $297. So think about this. if you had a client with an email list and maybe they have clients like all over the region or something, maybe New England, and you wanted to send an email out to that whole list, and maybe you want to have a custom offer for people in Maine, a custom offer for people in Massachusetts, a custom offer for people in is Pennsylvania in New England? I should probably know that, but you could potentially with this software send out different offers based on their location. So kind of interesting. And then you've got the bonus number 2, the stock vault finder. So you're getting 1 million plus royalty-free images, videos, and vectors for free. Total value $397. These are ready to use that you would normally have to pay a subscription to get at a stock image site. So these emails, or sorry, these images here could be used in your clients' emails to basically make them pop a little more, right? So I typically don't use a lot of images in these emails. They're mostly text and some emojis. But if your client wants to add some images to the email, this is going to help you be able to do that without needing to subscribe to a stock image site or something like that. So total value $397 on that. And you can use those for a variety of projects. You're also getting the design crafter bonus here. This is a professional graphics creator. So one thing that you need to realize when you start running these campaigns for local businesses, guys, and you get the type of results that I showed you on this training for a business, which has a very high likelihood because you're sending the customers, right? Using a proven campaign structure. It's going to happen. So I hope that you're ready for businesses to basically come to you with all their marketing needs. Now you can say no to stuff. You know, I don't want to do your website. I don't want to create this logo for you. I don't want to rank your website on the first page, right? You can say no to those things, but your clients are going to ask you for help with all their marketing stuff because they've tried agencies, they've tried hiring marketers before. And guess what? Most of the time, they didn't get the results they wanted because most people out there, not most, I would say a good chunk of people in the marketing industry don't know actually how to generate real results for local businesses. So it's going to put you in a league of your own when you are the one person that they have discovered who can actually generate real tangible results, more money in their business bank account. They're going to love you. I promise you that when they see those results come in. So they're going to start coming to you for more projects. So this is something that you could potentially use when that happens. You could make more graphics for, you can improve their website. You can use this to create banners and graphics to go in the actual email campaigns. You could make business card designs for them, social media graphics. This is a high quality graphics creator that you're getting for $400 or valued at $497. You're getting it for free as a bonus when you jump into the PeteBot All Access Pass here today. ToddSuggests.com/PeteBot All. Link is in the chat. So if we add it all up with the bonuses, total value, everything comes to $7,473. Obviously, we're not going to ask you to pay that on the webinar today. You're getting it all for one single investment of $177. And I can see Eddie says, I am in. Congratulations, Eddie. Michelle is in. She also got the upgrade. Congratulations, Michelle. Welcome. Douglas, someone's going to respond to you in the chat. Okay, Gerald is in. Robert, can you, Robert say it's not working for some reason. Waiting for name 4000 says, thank you, I'm in. A lot of people saying I am in. Okay, welcome guys. Robert in Vancouver is in. Welcome, Gerald. I can't remember if I said your name. There's so many people coming in that Manuel just said I'm in. Eddie, okay, Eddie, I already said your name. Okay, great. Donald is in. Welcome, Donald. And I'm just gonna expand the chat here. So Luann's saying there's nothing wrong with the site. Good to know. Man, launches are so stressful. You know what I mean? Like sometimes when you launch something like this, like you're like rushing the last minute to put together, and sometimes like people say, oh, the link's not working. And it's like, oh man, there's something wrong with the website. So it looks like it's working good. I'm glad that you guys are able to get in. You're going to love it. And I look forward to seeing you all on or chatting with you guys on Friday. John is in. If I wait till Friday, how much will it go up to? I can't tell you how much it will go up to. It will definitely be more than this. Usually we'll have to have that discussion with the team and figure out what the pricing will be by then at that point, but that's like 4 days from now, right? So it could be potentially over $200. Does the discount code also work for the 97 upgrade? No, just for the all access pass, as far as I know on this end. Okay, lots of good questions about the business model that I want to answer, but let me go through a couple more. We did not play the do you guys want to hear from some of my early beta testers on this program and what they had to say about it? Would that help you out? People from all different parts of the world who've helped me get PeteBot into what it is today.
Yeah, we could play that. We played it going into the webinar, but there weren't very many people on at the time. So I think they missed it.
Okay, yeah, people are saying yes. So I'm going to play that, or Todd will play it, and then maybe we'll. I'd love to answer some questions after that.
Okay, let me take the control back. I think I got it this time. Yeah.
Okay.
Name is Randy Van Edersom, and I just wanted to leave a testimony. My name is Randy Van Edersom, and I just wanted to leave a testimonial here on Copybot. The reason I bought it was I do business with a dentist in the dental industry, and I saw this as a perfect add-on to my services that would allow them to reach out to their clients or patients in order to increase their high-value services that they have. And there's just nothing that I was able to find like it. What really impressed me today, and why I want to leave this testimonial, is the fact that Peter has provided an update for us that shortens the process of creating these email sequences, and that's fantastic. But he provided it as a free update. I can tell you that you can count on one hand the number of people that honor what they have said in the past about providing free updates to the programs. Most people that say that simply then come out with an update and ask that you pay more for it, that it's considered an update, and if you want it, here's an additional charge. It might be a reduced charge, but there's still an additional charge. And that didn't happen with Peter, and I commend him on that. And I think it's a testament to the quality of person that he is, to be able to offer that to us as Copybot partners. So I want to thank him. And if you're considering this, I highly recommend the program. From the very first time I ran this program, I was just amazed at the strategies that he was using to word something so that it would increase conversions for my customers that I had never thought of myself, and would not have delivered even with all the AI writing that I do. So I highly recommend the program. You can't go wrong, and thank you, Peter, for the recent update. It's very much appreciated.
Hi guys, my name is Sean. I joined Peter's 7-figure Copybot Partners program a couple of months ago, and I have a very, very good experience up till now in this program, and especially every week the mastermind call. If you have any question, you can ask directly from Peter, and you can have your homework reviewed, and you can rock and roll after that actually. So you don't have any problem that you can get stuck or you're not moving forward. Basically, he will hold you accountable if you're not moving forward, and he will make sure that you will get results in this program. So up till now, I have a very, very good experience in this program. What I most like about the program is very, very easy, very straightforward. All we have to do is just copy and paste the prompt, simply copy and paste the prompt into ChatGPT, and everything will be done for us. Now the Peter just introduced his software, which is making it a no-brainer. So before we were doing it for 1 hour, creating these profitable campaigns. Now it's going to hardly take us 10 to 15 minutes to finish all these campaigns. So simplicity and very, very easy. This is what I like about that program. Yeah, basically, I'm the first one to talk about it. I'm the one who made money with this program, was joining just a couple of months ago, and I got my client right away, and I created a first campaign for that client, and I made $500 from that client. So it's not about that $500 I made from this client. It's lots of doors and lots of opportunities also opening it for me just because of creating this short campaign for them, profitable and winning campaign for them. So $500 up till now dollars I have made it with this program, and pretty excited and pretty happy and looking forward for the opportunities.
Yeah, what I like about the program, the PeteBot program, is it's easy to go through. It's got a good teaching style.
Hi, my name is Horace White. I purchased this program maybe a month ago. I've been on a few of the Friday trainings, and I must say I am super impressed with Peter Beattie integrity and his dedication to helping his customers. I've purchased a lot of different programs online before for making money or income generation, and none of them have come close to what they promised. But Peter has delivered so much support so far in his trainings. You can see the honesty and integrity in his words, and he stands behind what he says because this is something that he does and not some theory that he created. So I'm super impressed so far. Getting ready to start putting in the work this month of February 2024. Love the upgrades that he's done. He's never tried to sell you any other things but what you bought, and he's also given me an upgrade to the program, which I'm super happy about. If you're looking at this program, this is one of the best investments you could ever make, because I finally found an online marketer, trainer, guru, whatever you might call him, that stands behind what he says and actually is doing what he's teaching. So this is a great program for anyone. So I am super happy that I got a hold of this program. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Olive, a digital marketer from London, the UK. I service small and medium-sized businesses. Now, like most people in the industry, I spent the last 6 months trying to work out the best way of utilising ChatGPT and AI in my business. Then I came across Peter's new coaching program and application, and I realised that gave me a lot of clarity about how I can introduce a new business model, but also use ChatGPT to grow and scale my business. Now, one of the things I love about the course that Peter does and his coaching is that a lot of his examples and insights are based on his own experience, which I can relate to. I also love the way that he explains in detail how to use ChatGPT, and it's almost like a mini prompt course. This is a great course, and as a result of this, I've implemented new income streams in my business, and things are going great. Would you want to take my advice? I would buy this course as soon as you can. Thanks. Bye.
My name is Gordon from KISS Local Marketing, based in Australia, and I've been given the opportunity to preview Copybot, the new product from Peter Beattie. Peter always over-delivers, and Copybot is no exception. The Copybot arbitrage method really is an achievable way to start your own copywriting agency in just a few days, from scratch, and with almost no experience. I mean, you do need to be able to operate a computer. As always, with Peter, the training is detailed, actionable, and is provided by a voice of knowledge and experience that has already succeeded in helping a broad range of budding entrepreneurs just like you to growth and success. The Copybot arbitrage method links Peter's knowledge and expertise with the latest developments in AI technology, and then shows you how to build a business that will make you money. But he doesn't stop there. He will also take you on a journey and show you how to grow something special that you will be able to sell in the future. If you are looking for a way to break free of the daily grind, you must take a look at the Copybot arbitrage method.
So my thoughts on Copybot. Well, I can say that I am super excited about what the software can do. I've been seeing ChatGPT all over the place, and I've never actually played around with it until now, once I got involved with this project for Copybot. And it is just mind-blowing as to what the software can do. What I like about Copybot is that it allows us to provide a much-needed service for so many businesses that can benefit from the untapped revenue that's basically just sitting in their email list. And I love the fact that Peter has streamlined everything, even if you're a newbie, just with a step-by-step training tutorial that tells you everything you need to do, and it explains the who, what, where, when, and why.
Hey, it's Carlos Lizarraga. I just wanted to give you a review. I enjoyed just how into detail and depth that you went with the entire system. The prompts, all the sequences, how to follow the sequences. I feel like it'd be a great beneficial way to do business, and it'd be a great system to help people out. There's my feedback. Thank you for the opportunity, and I'm excited to go forward.
Hi, my name is Gloria, and most of you will know me from helping with Peter's support. And one of the benefits I have with helping with Peter's support is getting to know his awesome products. This technology that is behind Copybot Arbitrage, and then the training coupled with it, can change your life. So I created a brand from scratch for somebody. And in the end, I'm pretty much a partner in this venture. And the opportunity really awoke because of the technology in Copybot Arbitrage and Peter's training. The training just hits home. It hits home, and Peter's way of teaching just really grabs you, and you absorb it, and you use it, and you utilize it, and you change your life. And I changed my life. And thank you to this training, I'm being published. I wrote a little book that's used in their business manuals. Opportunities that open just through this simple training, I can't even describe. So listen to Peter, absorb what he's saying, get his training, get Copybot Arbitrage, and I guarantee you,
Okay, let me switch it back, and it's back. Peter, you've got it.
Okay, thanks, Todd. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed that little video there of some of the beta testers of the early version of PeteBot, some of the early founders who helped me get it to what it is today. And if you made one of those videos, thank you. So yeah, PeteBot has actually been in creation for, I would say about 1.5 years to get him to the point where he is now. And it's even more powerful than ever right now, yet these people loved the original version, right? And you guys are getting the best version, the newest version, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So I see some people asking in the chat, and yeah, so if you're saying I want to make money from home operating PeteBot to create high-converting Copybot email campaigns that I can offer to local businesses for $1,000, and you understand if you're not 100% satisfied, you can request a prompt and courteous refund of the full price within 30 days, credited back to your original payment method, no questions asked. Now, I think this is a very generous guarantee. The only thing I ask in return is that you just give the program a fair shot, implement what's the system, and if you have a bunch of things you're trying right now, I would say focus on this, because I know this will work for you. Just show up, use the system, use the software, and ask for help if you get stuck. But even still, you're still protected by a 30-day guarantee. So go to toddsuggest.com/PeteBot all to jump in. Like, looks like we've got hundreds of people who jumped in very recently. So welcome to Frederick. Welcome to, man, there's so many. Welcome to Antique, Entrepreneur, iEntrepreneur. And I'll read more names once we get going here. But I wanted to go through the rest of this training for you guys because there's a little bit more I want to show you. So spots are limited. We're going to be raising the price. Obviously, this is a live webinar we're doing. So we wanted to give you 2 extra discounts to get you in at an absolute steal of a price. And this is the opportunity for you to get into and ride the massive wave of the new AI revolution and do it in a business where you can be making money almost immediately with no existing skills or experience. And personally, I don't think that you're going to find a better opportunity than this. I really don't. Now, if you do find something easier than this, please let me know. I would love to know about it. But I've tried pretty much everything, and this is the easiest thing I personally have discovered in my 15 years of working for myself doing this stuff. And registration to this program and, you know, the available coupons, it's all available on a first come, first serve basis. It's not guaranteed forever. I see some people asking, well, what if I wait until this day, that day? You're going to pay more. It really is that simple. My job is to sell you on this program because I know it's going to change your life if you implement it. And one of the ways of getting you in and taking action now is giving you a heck of a discount. So that's why you get in now. You're getting an incentive for jumping in now. And I know once you get in, you start using the software, you see the training, the dots are going to start connecting and you're going to see why this works so well. And hopefully that you can be one of my future success stories on a future webinar. So we're going to be sending this replay out. The launch just actually went live to the public at 11 a.m. about 56 minutes ago. We have affiliates mailing for this. I have no idea how many people are going to see this, but you know, we put 100,000 plus. Potentially, we could put this in front of 100,000 people this week. But obviously we can't sell 100,000 copies. That would probably cripple our system. So we have to limit it at some point. So jump in now while the price is still low and take advantage of this opportunity while you have it in front of you. If this feels right to you, trust your gut, trust your intuition, take a bet on yourself, jump in now, toddsuggest.com/PeteBot all, hit that page, sign up now before spots at this price are gone. And let's see here. So if there's something you need to know, or if you need help with something, if you have a question that's going to help you decide if this is right for you or not, I would say ask it now, like a lot of you are right now in the chat, because every minute that goes by is another minute that this offer, when I say fill up, I mean the coupon code will expire and the price will go up eventually, like I said. And let me just kind of be clear on who this is not for and who it is for. So number one, this is not for moaners, whiners, or excuse makers. Like I said, this business is the easiest business I personally know of, and you have to try really hard to screw this one up. But if you're someone who's like, oh, this is not going to work for me because I'm too young, or I'm too old, or I don't have any tech skills, or I'm not a marketer, I don't know copywriting, I'm not this, I'm not that. You got to be willing to drop those excuses because they don't really matter in this business. They just don't, and they're going to be holding you back. So if you're not willing to let those go, I probably wouldn't jump in, because I want someone who's willing to take action and look at what is possible right there, and what is possible in the future with this new system that I guarantee you haven't used before. And if you think that you don't need any help because you know what email marketing is, because it's actually an old, email marketing is not new. It's probably been around since what, the 80s or 90s. And that's kind of the crazy part, is that local businesses still aren't utilizing it correctly. But if you think because you know about email marketing and you understand how the system works that you can do it yourself, go ahead, go try to do it yourself and check in with me in 6 months and let me know where you're at. I want people who understand, hey, I am going to see success faster with a proven system, someone who's already done this, and I'm willing to show up, be coachable, and follow the process. That's what I want in this program. Shiny object collectors who never take action. There's nothing wrong with shiny object collectors. I am a shiny object collector myself. But if you're saying I bought 37 programs this month, but haven't done a single thing with any of them, that is okay, as long as you promise that this one is the first one that you use, and show up to the calls, use the system. I know it will work. So if you're still here and you're saying, Peter, I'm ready, I want your help, I want to be the next success story, I'm willing to show up, follow your instructions, use the coaching, and take action, then I look forward to working with you. Hit the link below, and I'll do everything in my power, and my team will as well, to change your life forever with this system. But you need to show up for yourself as well. We can't actually take action for you. So toddsuggest.com/PeteBot all. What if you're saying I can't afford it? Well, 177 is one heck of a price. Let me tell you that. You'll never see something like this at that price. But if you're still saying price is an obstacle, well, let me switch your thinking a bit here. I want to ask you, who do you love the most in your life? Think of that person right now. Play along here. It's a little game, whether it's your wife, husband, kid, mom, dad, aunt, dog, cat, whoever that person is. Think of them in your mind. Okay, got them in your mind? So let's play along. Let's imagine tomorrow that person is wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail for a crime they did not commit. You know they're innocent. And you get a call from the police station and they say that the bail to get that person out of jail is $497. In this case, let's pretend it's $177, the investment for this program. So let me ask you, are you going to come up with the money to get your loved one out of jail? Or are you going to let them spend the night with a bunch of criminals? Obviously, you would do anything in your power to come up with that bail money. And I think that would be pretty cheap bail, right? So the question is, well, if 177 is something that you feel you can't afford right now, you're kind of in financial jail. And this is your ticket out of that joint. PeteBot is your ticket out of financial jail. In fact, this is your get out of jail free card. Copywriting is the highest paying skill in all of business, in my opinion. Some people will say that sales is the highest paying skill, and that might be true, but you know, with copywriting, we are writing words that are going to impact and reach thousands of people. So we can create one email and send it out to thousands of people and potentially generate thousands of sales. That's very powerful. And when you know how to do that for another business, you don't need to build the audience yourself. You don't need to have the products. You're doing this for other businesses who already worked hard to build those things. You're just coming along and helping them monetize it. Man, I can't see how you could ever go a day of your life ever wondering how to make money again. You can solve any problem that life throws at you that is solvable with, that is the result of not having enough money. Now, there's some problems you can't solve, obviously, but anything that can be solved with money can be solved with being able to send offers to buyers. And that's what I'm giving you the ability to do here without needing to spend years becoming good at this stuff. You can use a powerful AI that's a clone of my personal brain for a particular campaign that you can just click buttons, send some high converting emails to a list of buyers. You're going to get a response from a buyer's list. I have never once in my entire 15 years of doing this, never once have I ever sent an email to a list of buyers and not made sales. I've had some campaigns that did not knock it out of the park, but they still made money because buyers are buyers and they're going to buy. So this is the closest thing to having me sitting at your computer working for you. This is why I get payments like this. And these are honestly the smaller amounts that I've made from this. I didn't just want to put unbelievable amounts on here because you wouldn't believe me. But these are some of the smaller campaigns I've been paid for over time doing this, right? Now, I'm not a tax professional. Do your own research. But you could potentially write this investment off into this program, potentially as a tax write-off. You know, because you're investing in your education. You're investing in education to take your business to the next level. And this could potentially be seen as a business expense, a deductible one. So check it out. Not saying that telling you how to do your taxes, do your own research, but I think that this could potentially be a tax write-off for you. So check that out. If you're asking, is this right for me? I've got three final kind of objections, if you will, that I want to address. If you're thinking, oh, my wife or spouse is going to kill me when they find out I invested more money into another software or another course. Well, let me tell you first, this is not just a software, not just a course. This is the closest thing that you can get to a turnkey system. Think about if you wanted to start a McDonald's franchise. You know, you get like all those turnkey systems. You get the branding, you get the building systems, you get the cooking processes and systems that are proven and tested over decades, right? You're getting a proven system when you buy into a McDonald's franchise. That's why they require you to have like over $500,000 in liquid startup capital in your bank account before they approve you for a franchise. I think it's even more than that now. and all these other crazy requirements. And it's a lot of money to do typical franchises like that. This is not a franchise, but I like to think of it pretty similar to that, because you're getting all my turnkey systems. You're getting the tools that I use in my business, and you're getting training that shows you how to use them. So this is not a course, not just a software. I think your wife, spouse, whoever is probably going to be pretty impressed that you're able to score such a good deal on a package like this. And let me tell you, when those Copybot commissions start coming in from your clients, and you're able to, maybe go on that vacation you've been wanting to go on, maybe like Luke, move into a better neighborhood, put your family into a new house. You saw he bought a Porsche Cayenne. And there's countless stories like that I could tell. And obviously not everyone gets those results, but people who show up, take this serious, and go all the way with this, those are the people who see results. So yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue for you, because you're getting a good deal on this. And, I expect results to come out of this for you. So I don't think they're going to be mad at results. If you're thinking it's harder to be successful today than it was years ago, have I missed the AI boat? Maybe I'm too late to the AI revolution. Maybe all the money has been made. I don't know why people like to do the whole fear mongering thing with that. It's just not true. Okay. It is easier today than it ever has been to create success online, especially with AI. It is such a massive advantage. And the average person does not understand this stuff. It might seem like normal to you and I because we're in the internet marketing world here. We're all talking about this stuff and geeking out on it. But let me tell you, talk to some real local businesses and tell them that you're going to use AI to write their emails, and they're probably going to look at you like you have like 5 heads or something. Okay. Some of them might know what AI is, and they might think it's cool that you're using AI to write emails for their business, but most of them won't even care. All they care about is that you're generating sales for their business. So it's easier today than it has ever been. And if you've been around this game for a while, you know how hard it was even just to get even just to send emails out, or imagine getting like a sales page online, even though you're not needing to make sales pages for this. You know how hard it used to be to put just a website online 10, 15 years ago? And now you can do it in like 2 minutes with a couple clicks. Like same with these emails. You know how hard it was to mail an email list and get emails written like this? You have to do it the hard way. Now we have AI tools doing this stuff for us. And last question, and this is a big one. You might feel guilty because, this whole AI thing makes this super easy, and you might feel a little bit dishonest, accepting a $1,000, $10,000, or potentially even a $50,000 payment for something that could only take you an hour to do with AI. And that is understandable. Does this make you a dishonest person for doing an hour or two's worth of work and getting paid that amount of money? Well, if you think like a wage employee, someone who gets paid by the hour, you're always going to feel that way. But remember, the mindset shift you have to make when you become an entrepreneur is, I don't get paid by the hour. I get paid by how much value I deliver to the world. That's it. It doesn't matter if you spend an hour, 10 hours, 100 hours. All the business cares about is the results. So yeah, that is just not the case. Okay, so I would ask you to it's okay that you're doing this. You got to move on from that guilt though, because it is holding you back. Okay, so toddsuggest.com/PeteBot all. And when you sign up, it's not going to be $6,282. It's not going to be $338. Although if you purchased everything separately in the funnel, that's what you'll pay. It's not going to be $197 is what everyone's going to be paying who doesn't have the discount, who's on live with us right now. It's just one single investment of $177. Click that link. It's in the chat. A bunch of you have already jumped in. Lots of good questions in the chat. I look forward to checking those out. And when you go to the page, I believe you're going to this page now. If not, this is what the public page is going to look like. And choose the all access pass option on the right there. Obviously, that would be the one I recommend. And again, you're getting $20 off that. Don't forget. So that comes with everything. You can see the list of everything that we've already went through. And so this is the official, actually, it's not the final slide. We got one more after this. So that is the entire package. And I'll leave you with this. This stuff changed my life. It took me from literally being poor living above a gas station and being able to live a life that I once could only dream of in my mind. And in fact, my life is now way better than I could ever imagined. So when you are the one who can generate sales for a business, you naturally will become highly valuable. It's just the way that it's going to work. Your earning potential goes way up because you become a valuable asset to society, right? Because you can generate sales. And this is going to change your life in ways you can't even imagine. And like Napoleon Hill says in his book, Think and Grow Rich, when riches come, they come so quickly in such great abundance that one wonders where they've been hiding during all those lean years. So this quote here resonated with me because you can spend many years struggling, trying to figure this stuff out. But when you actually crack the code and figure it out, it's going to feel easy, and you're going to wonder why it feels easy and why it was so hard before. And that's the feeling I want to replicate into you. That's the feeling I want you to have inside the PeteBot, the 7-figure PeteBot Operator All Access Pass package here. So there you go, toddsuggest.com/PeteBot all, one single investment of $177. Enter coupon code PBLive for $20 off. We've covered a lot. You're getting everything we talked about on the training. I'm happy to answer questions now. And I can see there's a bunch in the chat. Welcome, teacher Jason. Welcome, Marketing Global, David K. More marketing. Welcome to today's, just reading some names here. Welcome to Gateway Marketing. Welcome to Frederick. Welcome to DG Group, Clive. Okay, guys, look forward to chatting with you on the Friday calls and helping you implement PeteBot and start landing some Copybot clients. All right, Raphael says, how normally does this work at the beginning with a client? How much can you charge or charge after they get results? So Raphael, there's two different ways you can price this. There's one very effective technique. If you are someone, is there anyone in the chat who's like starting from scratch, who's like doesn't have any clients? Like, can you drop a 1 in the chat if you're like completely starting from scratch, never worked with a local business, so you don't really have results to show them? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to estimate the percentage of people on the call, and I'm not going to read your name, so don't like, I don't feel like embarrassed. It's okay. You know what I mean? That like, this is a no judgment zone. So if you've never worked with a business owner, feel free to drop a 1. I'm just going to see how many people we have on live here. So it actually looks like, it looks like 10% of the call, 10, 20%. So if that's you, I want to share with you a very simple way to land your first client. You're going to learn about in the course on how to do this, so get this. You could go visit some local business websites on your computer. You can just pick a niche. I would recommend picking a high value niche that sells something for over $300. Again, this is going to work for any business, but $300 and up, it works better because you need fewer sales to make more money. So I'm talking about like, high-end auto detailing is my favorite, but you can think of like plastic surgeons. Like this would work for plastic surgeons, actually. This would work for dentists. This would work for chiropractors. This would work for, insert niche, right? And go visit their websites and see if they are trying to capture an email on their website. See if they have an opt-in form. See if you can opt into their email list, or see if you can contact them through their contact form. Do that. And see if they send you any marketing emails. Wait a day or so and see if they try selling anything to you. And if they don't, reach out to them, and you could simply say, hey, I noticed that you guys have been in business for like 12 years. You asked me to opt into your email list, but I haven't received a single marketing email from you. And I just want to make sure that you're sitting on the most valuable asset in your business, and that is your customer email list. I'm wondering if you would be interested in let me send a few of these proven emails here that got this guy over here $141,000 in sales, share my testimonial video. It got this guy $141,000 in 60 days. I'm wondering if you're willing to let me run some emails based on that system for your business, promoting your services to see if I can make you some sales. I won't charge you anything to do this. And if you make some sales, all I ask for is a small commission on those sales. So you run the campaign, you use PeteBot to create the campaign, spend 5-10 minutes, don't charge them. You know, there's nothing wrong with doing that first one for free. Send it to the list. And if you're mailing to buyers, you're going to make them sales. So let me promise you, that will be the best investment you've ever made into scaling your agency, is making that one campaign. Because they're going to make sales, and then you can negotiate or ask them for a commission up front. Like, hey, if I make sales for you, will you pay me a commission? Okay, great. Send the campaign out, and there's no risk to them for you to do this because they're not paying you up front. That's one way to do it. And if you're a newbie, that works exceptionally well because they, you know, there's no risk to them. And then you can just upsell them into another package after that, get a really good testimonial from them, and you're off to the races. Another thing you do is you can opt into their list and reply to the email. If they do send an email, like say you opt into their list and they do try to send a generic marketing email that's not that great, you could actually reply to it and say that message. So you know they're going to get it because you're replying to their email that they're sending you. Is this live? Yes, it is, Benjamin. Robert's asking a question that I see a lot of, and that is, how do you ensure the business owner is being honest upfront with the amount of new sales in a commission structure? And that's a very popular question. It seems like a lot of people don't trust business owners, but I have personally I've not had many bad experiences with stuff like that. So I'm not sure why so many people ask that. I don't know if it's just, you know, fear of that happening. I don't know. But it's typically not an issue. So what I do typically, Robert, is I set up a Google Sheet, and sometimes we set up what's called a Zapier automation. So every time they make a sale, it fills that Google Sheet with the buyer's name and email. So I know that sale came from me, and the client has access to that. I have access to it, and it keeps everyone accountable. That's a quick and easy way to do it. There's no one right or wrong way, but that's a quick and easy way to do it. And if you feel super worried about it, you know, you could always get something written up. Hey, I agree to pay Robert, you know, 10% on all sales generated from his campaign until this date here. Yeah, good, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Michelle says, besides the great deal, the biggest takeaway is what Peter just said about not feeling guilty about the time investment. The value of this service is worth the possible money. I'm glad you said that, Michelle. Many people won't admit that, and it might not even be something that a lot of people are consciously aware of. But hopefully this has brought it to your awareness that, hey, maybe that is what's might be holding some people back. You know, the AI thing can be hard. If you think about it, we come from a different generation, right? Like, if we're on this call, I'm willing to bet most of us are probably, I mean, at least over the age of like what, 35, 40, 50 years old. Some of us are older, right? And we did not grow up in a generation where you could talk to an intelligent AI and have it do crazy stuff like this. So it's still really new to a lot of us, and it's a new way of life. Whereas like a lot of the younger crowd, it's like they're kind of being born into this. Like my son is 2 and he's already using AI. I've trained my son Max he's 2.5, to talk to ChatGPT and get answers back. He's growing up with that. Think about what it's going to be like in 20 years, right? So what I'm trying to say is, when a new technology like this is introduced, it just changes our whole worldview, right? And changes the way we work. And of course, we're going to feel guilty about not working as hard, working 1/10 of the effort, 1/100th of the effort, and still making that money in the process. But you got to remember that the world has changed. Sometimes the world changes when new technology is invented. And those people who can ride that wave are the ones who can adapt. And those who get left behind are the ones that stay stuck to the old way of doing things. So let's not stay stuck. Let's realize the world has changed. A lot of things have become easier, more efficient, and it's going to become even more easier and more efficient. We got to jump on now. Let's lose that. Let's lose that guilt and worry about that. I struggled with it myself. That's why I was able to kind of talk about that. All right, never received the login. Benjamin, there should be, Luann already replied to you. So you guys, when you check out, you should be getting a password auto sent on the thank you page. So right now you might not get a login actual email. So please save that login information on the thank you page when you check out. We're going to send you an email with that. I just have to fix something. So you might not get an email right away, but you're going to get it on the thank you page of the, once you go through the order, you're going to see it there. So save that page or the information that you have on that page. Everything you need is right there. So if you don't get an email, don't freak out. That's my fault. I need to fix something and send you an email. But your stuff is there. Your account's getting created. Your logins are on that page. Are there any upsells? So there is one optional upgrade for the unlimited campaign package. If you do get the all access pass, it comes with 10 campaigns per month. So that should be a pretty good for those of you who want to get started with this. But if you want to go all out and you just want to go into this with no restrictions, you never want to pay any monthly fee, and you could create unlimited campaigns with PeteBot, grab the unlimited upgrade. It's one single upgrade to this package here. And I believe we have it at 97 one time. So a lot of other software like this, they're going to charge you monthly. But we figured out a way to do this for one single investment. David is in. Congratulations, David. Welcome. Okay, I already answered your question, Raphael. Is this useful for the German-speaking market? Right now, it works for English-speaking, but if we continue getting the question about other languages, we will eventually implement this for other languages. Sean says, I'm in. Can I get that one-on-one training at a later time, the one-on-one call at a later time? Yeah, you can book. I mean, you're going to have to book that at a later time anyways, but you're going to get the training program and the group coaching immediately. It does come with a one-on-one call, but my schedule's pretty backed up right now, like I was saying. So you're going to have to wait a few weeks to be able to book that anyways for that particular bonus. Clarence says, will the software know if a client has an email list on their website? Yes. So PeteBot can actually tell if an email list is on the website. But as far as making that as part of the lead prospecting process, he doesn't look at that right now. He looks at it when he's creating the campaign. But that's a great idea that we should probably add into the Copybot Client Machine feature. Is there a front end offer? Yes, there is, but you're not going to get any of the other upgrades we talked about. So I recommend getting the all access pass. It's the best deal. I'm just scrolling through the questions here. If you have a client, how would I get them to do $1,000 a month if I'm only doing one email campaign? Because you're going to do a new campaign every month. So, or every quarter, depending on their business, and every business is going to be different. Sometimes we run campaigns for businesses and it sends them, like the auto detailer I showed you earlier, right? That's a service that he has to deliver. And it's just him and like one or two other people on his team. And so when we send a campaign, we usually book him out like 2 to 3 months with one campaign. So for him, we've actually scaled it back to once a quarter. It really depends on the business and what they can take. So some of these businesses will take those extra sales and be able to scale faster, hire a bigger team, Some of them won't want to scale. It really depends on the business. So you're creating new campaigns for them with PeteBot every time you run a new one. Welcome, Eddie. Welcome, Robert. Welcome, Manuel. I think I saw you guys earlier. Dagan says, do you offer local businesses a freebie to win their trust, or just ask them $1,000? I think I just answered that. It depends on your situation. If you're starting from scratch, I would do the free campaign. It's the easiest thing. And then just collect commissions on the back end. And you get a really good testimonial from them. That's going to make it easier for you to scale this too. Are the done for you Copybot email campaigns installed in the software, or we have to manually copy and paste them? They're already generated by the software. So you just have to put them in the client's autoresponder, copy and paste. No, it's not a 197 upgrade. It's 97. No ability to have virtual assistants work in the account. Not yet. We don't have the ability for you to create separate logins, but we are working on that feature. Thanks for asking that, RK. So you're getting the one login right now, but we're going to be working on some stuff where you can have a team login, and also there might be something where we might be working on the ability for clients to self-serve these campaigns to themselves. So you might be able to rebrand the software soon and let clients log in and do this themselves. And you might not have to do anything, but that's coming later. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. Okay, guys, I believe I did get everyone in the chat. If I missed you, just put it in now, because we are at, wow, well, we're 2.5 hours into this thing, I think. So if I missed you, put it in the chat. But congratulations to everyone jumping in right now. I look forward to chatting with you on Friday. I look forward to hearing your feedback with the software. Again, when you check out, your password and login information is going to be on the thank you page. You might not get an email right away from the software, but you will get one. It's just I had some, that's what I was actually working on before I was jumping on the call today. That's why I was like 10 minutes late. Do you show how to set up the client's autoresponder? So we want to find clients who already have autoresponders. That's going to make it easier for us. But if you do want, for some reason, to work with a client who doesn't have that set up, I mean, we could definitely help you with that on a Friday call, but it's not really what I would recommend. It's just more work, unless you want to do that, you know. But we can help you on Friday with that. Is the business nervous about you having access to their email list? No, I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, that's our job, right? It's like when you take your car to a mechanic to get an oil change, do you think that you worry about him running off with your car and stealing it? You know what I mean? Do you I'm trying to think here. You know, you got to, I mean, if you're asking that question, I'm willing to bet that you probably don't consider yourself a marketing professional yet. So that's a mindset shift I think you need to take, is that this is expected, right? That's your job, to get access to their business so that you can help them grow it through what you're doing for them, right? So they should expect to give you logins. That's your job. You should see yourself as a marketing professional that helps businesses. If you don't, then of course you're gonna feel like that. So try to think about change how you think about yourself. But that's not something that businesses really typically have a problem with. They're hiring an expert. How do you upload the emails? How do you ask for emails? I'm not sure if I understand that. You don't need to upload anything. You know, PeteBot's going to create the emails for you. And then to put them in the autoresponder, you just copy and paste. Just like sending a regular email. But it's already written for you. What if the client doesn't have an autoresponder? Like I said, I would not work with, I wouldn't recommend working with clients who don't have an autoresponder. But if you want to, we can help you on the Friday calls with sending out or setting them up. If you want to set them up. No, I have set up clients before with autoresponders through my affiliate link. and then collected commissions from that. You could do that if you want to, but it's not the quickest path to success. You want to find a business who already has an autoresponder. And I will show you, what to look for and things like that in the training. Usual range of commission percentage. So what commissions will businesses usually pay? And that depends on the business. Like, I'll give you a couple examples. So you got we'll use the detailer as an example. He delivers a service, the ceramic coating. He charges, I think we were doing $1,000 for that promotion, something like that. And his expenses is basically, the wax, the ceramic coating wax. I know I don't know what he pays for that. I'm not a detailer, but I would be willing to bet that it's not $1,000. It's probably like, I don't know, maybe $50 to $100 in materials. And it's just his time to put it on the car, so like, how much profit is this guy getting? Maybe 90%. Don't quote me on that. This is not my business, but a typical business like that, 10%, 15%. Now, another niche that you can work. Imagine if you could, one of the most profitable niches is a business that sells a digital product. So I will also show you how you can do this for businesses who sell software, who sell coaching programs, who sell other types of online platforms. And you can create campaigns for those types of businesses too. And those businesses can give higher commissions because there's no product or time cost. There's no hard costs and no time costs. So you could get like 50, 75% commission on those. A restaurant will probably be able to get a much lower commission because they're not as high profit. So if you want my opinion, work with a business who sells something, a high-end service, $300, $300 and up.
Peter, while we've got you, why don't we do the contest about somebody, winning and able to actually meet you in Portland, Maine?
Wow, I cannot believe it. I forgot that again. No one asked me about it either. Okay.
Yeah, because imagine that. So let me tell you how this works, folks. So we're going to be giving away something very, very special. First of all, we're going to give away a $50 reimbursement towards the product, assuming that you purchased the full all-inclusive package. And we're going to do that by picking somebody randomly who answers a question correctly. Then we're going to do it again, but this time we're going to offer the full reimbursement or a meeting with Peter personally on Zoom or in person in Portland, Maine. So thank you for hanging on there so long, and let's get to it. So Peter, I'm going to let you ask the question based on the actual content of the webinar earlier, because we want to reward those who were on earlier and paid attention. So ask a question, and then from the correct answers, what I'm going to do is pick one winner for that $50 reimbursement, and I'll give them instructions.
Okay, I have a fun one. So this was from earlier on in the training. And if you remember when I started talking about how I was, when I first figured this stuff out, some people thought I was wasting a lot of money on Lamborghinis, which I probably was. Do you remember I said that I sent the car back after I bought the car? I sent it back to Dallas, Texas for them to do something to the car. And I sent them $67,000 and through wire transfer to do this. What did they do to the car?
What did they do to Pete's car when he sent it back to Texas? I think it was the Lamborghini he sent over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting a bunch of answers right now.
And there's
all right, and I have David. David, I know you so well. I can't even pronounce your last name. David Klingon-Smith has said street rebuild engine. Is that correct?
Yeah, they ripped the engine out, rebuilt it, and got it up to over 1,000 horsepower. So yeah,
all right. So Dave, what we'd like to do is reimburse you $50 towards your purchase of PeteBot AI. So just contact Luann, send her the receipt at yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. And that's the address. And Luann's going to put that in the chat box for you. And send your receipt and send your PayPal email so we can reimburse you that $50. Okay. Next question, and this is for the big one. This is for Peter to actually meet him in person or train with him in person on Zoom, just one-on-one. Either that or complete reimbursement of the all-inclusive package. Let's try another question, Peter. What do you got?
Okay, let me think here. What was the name? How about this? What industry did I work in before I started figuring out how to make money online?
What industry did Peter work in before he started coaching people on how to make money online?
I guess.
Okay, Alex Vidovic says construction. Is construction correct?
Yes.
Construction industry is correct. Alex Vidovic. This is very interesting. You have won something very valuable, an actual one-on-one with Peter himself in Portland, Maine, or a Zoom call, or complete reimbursement of this product.
Sorry, I was just laughing at The Buddha's comment there. Couldn't help myself.
To get your winnings, your actual prize, you need to write to yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. It's yourgreenscreenguy@gmail.com. And then Luann will tell you what to do next.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to both of you, David and Alex.
Okay. So did we miss any questions? Let's see.
Yeah,
if you're waiting,
please ask your questions.
Yeah, guys, if you have any issues getting logins, check the thank you. When you check out, there will be a page with your login details on it. I would say save that. I'm having some issues getting the emails out right now, but you will get an email too. But when you pay for the product and you go to the thank you page, you're redirected to, your login details will be on that page. So save the details on that page and you should be able to log in right away. And if you already reached out to support for something else, hang tight. The team is standing by and they will get back to you very, very quickly. But you have got your response, don't?
And of course, it's toddsuggests.com/PeteBot all. toddsuggests.com/PeteBot all to get in on this amazing all-inclusive deal. Don't forget your coupon, by the way. Whether you got the Black Friday coupon or the PB Live coupon, make sure to put that in there.
I'm 80 and I need this. Awesome, Gerald. Good for you, man. I love hearing that. Congratulations for you on getting into this new AI revolution while some people are still trying to figure it out. Thea says the hardest part for me will be getting to the business, selling them, and then getting things set up. I mean, for most people, that's what they think is the hardest part. And let me tell you, I mean, if you've never done this before, that's very normal to think that. But I'm not doing things the usual way you've seen things done. I have come up with a very particular strategy for, PeteBot will help find the leads, but it still requires us to contact them. But it's a very